Yeah. Mm, yeah. So do I. Okay. Okay. So let's see how this works. Uh, hang on. So I need to turn the fives off or the fours off, right? Or do I keep the fours on? We're going to be starting a little bit late, and I'm not that upset about it because. So I turned on the starting soon thing, and if someone could confirm that for me on Twitch, that would be cool. Uh, so, yeah, sometimes you got to click on up in the upper left, just click on Welcome Party RPG to get live. And yeah, it looks like we got it now. Um, so what I'm. Oh. Well, hi, people out there. We'll be up with you very soon. We're just handling some technical things. turned on the microphones again so that people can hear us, and now I'm going to transition.
Hello.
Hi, everybody out there in D&D land. I apologize for the amount of time that took, but as you can see, we have a brand new spiffy-looking overlay. I'm a little concerned. I may have a couple of little black bars I got to fix here. Hang on.
We haven't even. I gotta fix that.
We'll do it live. You can actually see me. No.
Look how shiny it is! Well, I just
Adjusting things.
Fiddly bits.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Is that Kimmage's work?
It is. This was this is
Thank
the work
you.
of the lovely Kimmages, and was handed to me by the lovely Thraki Poo. Now here, hang on, because Leech needs to be there. All right.
Oh, good. He's not next to me.
And then, that looks better. All right. So OBS continues to be the bane of my existence, and I do apologize for the amount of time that took. It now being 6:19. However, I don't really apologize that much because boy oh boy, look, I mean it is so spiffy.
It's so pretty.
It is. It's purty. So once again, thank you, Kimmages, who does most, if not all, of the overlay work on Welcome to the Party's whole channel. Certainly most. I think there may be one or two that she didn't do, but
This is my round of applause.
oh, good dear. Okay. Well.
It's a round.
Now that we've gotten that out of the way. So we have the whole crew with us today, which is really, really nice. I'm super excited about that. It has been a little bit, but it's been productive in the off time. Wiley, now, I will say, you were asking me if there was anything you needed to know. Depending on the kind of game, sometimes I will tell people what happened in the off time. But for most games, my personal preference is to have the characters fill them in. Now, I do need to fill you in on what you were up to, because you were actually off. You were actually off on a mission on your own, and while in a more normal game, I would have told you so. I wanted to, because this is the first time we're doing a situation where the players have been split up. I wanted this part of things to be documented on our stream, so that people can kind of see how I try to handle stuff like that. Because, teaching still is the name of the game here. Although I feel like, for the most part, you guys are becoming seasoned veterans pretty quick.
All thanks to your fine tutelage, sir.
So,
We love teach.
by the way, I do have a couple of little tricks up my sleeve today that I think are going to be fun and interesting. We'll see how they work. I tested some stuff earlier. We'll find out whether or not the technical aspects of it actually work properly or not. If they do, this is going to be sweet, and I'll show you guys the documentation for it, or documentation. I'll show people how I did it later on in the Welcome to the Party Discord chats, primarily the DM and GM resources. But if it doesn't work, I'm not going to say anything to anyone, and we'll never speak of it again.
Sworn to silence.
Yes, exactly. So, Finn, just to let you know, last week, you guys were called in by Mayor Ellswick for two different reasons. One was that there were a group of farmers that were being spooked by some crazy monster happenings out on the outskirts of town. And then the other was some strange, likely goblin-related droppings that had been left in the forests directly around the town, and that it was decided then that you and your ranger kids would go check out the goblins, or potential goblins.
So I get the shit job. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you literally did. Well, it's part of your skill set. Is to.
It's Ranger-esque.
Yeah. and then the other guys went to go deal with the monsters. I will let them fill you in on what they found. In fact, I don't even want to say very much of anything at all about it.
I did not go on the VOD, so because I didn't want to ruin it.
Okay, so
Oh God.
the primary for you, you guys, you ended up finding a small group of goblins that looked like some extras left behind from the big battle that just had decided to desert. And I'm going to ask you now, what do you think you would have done with them?
I believe we would have dispatched them.
Okay.
If I would have been able to see them and get the jump on them, I would have used that as a teaching moment for my 2 young proteges on how to stalk and kill gobos.
Okay, you definitely did that then. They did not put up much of a fight, and the 2 youngsters learned quite a lot from it. They come out of it. Each one of them does something that after they kill the goblins, they'll start trying to take ears. Do you stop them, encourage them, do nothing about it?
As my favorite enemy would happen to also be a goblin, I am in favor of small trophies to celebrate awesomeness.
Okay.
So yeah.
Great. So the boys come back to town with like 6 or 7 ears each strung up on strung up on string. I mean, nothing crazy.
Snaps for Aaron and Joey.
Yeah, exactly. And they come back looking pretty badass all of a sudden. So Thrak is saying that Wiley's mic needs a boost, so I'll go ahead and push that up.
How's that now?
Well, don't you mess with it. Let me.
I'm not
Oh,
touching
okay.
nothing.
All right. Okay.
Hands where we can see.
Throwing levers like a madman.
Thrak, how's that sounding now? Can you tell me?
You doing better there, sir? I know it made my hair look better.
I just whacked my funny bone. Mm.
Ooh, it's not ever very funny either, is it?
No.
Only for everyone else.
Throck says we're good.
Okay, cool. Alrighty, let me just kind of move some
Yeah,
stuff
you
around
do.
so I can see the chat myself.
And that it.
By the way,
better.
I did want to say thank you very much to Jake. Last week, he, not only did I learn how to properly pronounce his name, but he also shouted enough bits at us to purchase a major benefit for a member of the party.
Nice.
Which,
Benefit?
well,
Eh,
a major happening. How's that?
Happening. I love it.
So we'll talk later. That will likely not show up too much today, because A, I'm still working on it, and B, what I've got planned for today will probably take up most of the time. Okay, so Wiley, it's not going to be you for a minute. So for a little bit, you can kind of watch. And wait for them to come back. So you and the boys head back to town. Goblin ears attached. And Ellswick is very happy to hear about your progress and success. And when he's talking to you about it, you get sort of a bit of a glimmer that perhaps Ellswick, frankly, is... He sort of is living a little vicariously through you guys. He seems to be adopting a fairly anti-goblin stance himself. And when listening to particularly the boys talking about like how great it was to like track down them goblins and, you know, knock the bow and watch the arrow go through the goblin eyes, and Ellswick just is like, yeah. Like, he's way more interested in this than he ever is in most things.
Cool.
Don't worry about that, man.
That's a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's very good.
Well, catch a ballista through the chest and see how it changes your outlook.
Yeah, one thing I think he forgot to mention,
Like
Ellswick is
petting
now
horses to
walking
be like,
around
"Hell."
with leather armor now.
Oh yeah, I should have mentioned to you. I forgot. Thank you very much, Glory Moogs. So yeah, Lord Ellswick no longer wearing the beigest of beigey tans, and instead is wearing all black, and is wearing a leather, a hardened leather breastplate, torso piece over all the time. Yeah.
He's gone from like Buddhist monk to like Ned Snow.
It's his
There's Ned
security
Snow, Ned
detail.
Stark.
Don't curse him! Don't curse him!
Too late.
He's already taken like a a massive ballista to the chest. I think, curse definitely in effect already.
I'm not there right
Another
now.
one.
All right.
Besides, we can
Put a
always
death
leave
flag
away
on
the
him.
phone.
So, to transition scene-wise, to the three of you plus Leech. Oh, Brick went with you, by the way, Finn.
Good.
He did not shoot or kill any goblins, but he did help push trees out of the way at various different points to make it easier to walk through the forest.
What a good boy.
Well, and if you manage to not spook the goblins, I think we've had a big win.
No, he's remarkably quiet when he chooses to be.
Yeah. It's that last
That's
part
creepy. I love it.
Yeah.
when he chooses to be.
Brick, the pacifist vegetarian ogre. He's my favorite. He's definitely my favorite.
He's growing on you.
I always liked Brick.
All right.
Uh-huh.
So, scene transition to you guys. You are standing outside of the door that you finally figured out how to open, but I will let you guys talk amongst yourselves and decide exactly what you want to do. We had decided at the end of last game that you would probably head back for some help, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. And
We said we were at least going to sleep on it. And Leech has the key.
Leech has the key. Just
That's
checking.
right. Yes, Leech is holding the key
The
because
key to the
In
Uki
his
room.
meatiest bag.
in
His meatiest bag.
yes,
Yes.
Ah.
Okay, so Leech is holding onto the key in his meatiest bag, and
Yes.
yeah, he needs sleep before you guys go in and do something. And the benefit here is that it allows you to go back and potentially see if Findalar has returned from his excursion. So, how do you guys go about doing that? I mean, do you just head straight back to town? If so, we can just teleport you there now and get right to it. Or is there anything that you do like on the way or anything like that?
I think we would head straight back.
I thought we were gonna like camp up at top, because that was like a dry patch that wasn't rough terrain or anything.
We had said
Or we
that,
can-
but I guess getting a little bit meta, I want to go get Finn, so...
Yeah.
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 Okay, we'll do that.
Are we leaving Leech to guard the door, or are we taking
No, he
him
comes
with
with
us?
us!
He comes with us.
Should we really leave this blown open trapdoor just lying here?
Well, we'll
for-
close it, and we'll put that fake rock on top of it again.
We
Leech,
have the key.
Leech
Oh, I
Fine.
forgot
actually.
about the fake rock. I forgot about the fake rock.
Hey guys, it's cool. I'll stay behind. It's fine.
Okay.
You sure?
What if anything comes back?
We're in a swamp. This is like paradise.
Okay.
It's the
You're
perfect
sure?
temperature. There's just enough mosquitoes. I love it.
Okay, he's happy here.
Head on back. See if the ranger guy's available.
That is a good idea. We'll do that. Actually, before we go back, I'm gonna go up and rummage through the White's corpse that Metzi had single-handedly killed. If I can find that sword,
Humble brag. Okay,
if I can find that long
Not
sword,
even
I'd be like,
mine.
I know.
I'm gonna find a long sword and just give it to Leech. Like, here, can you use this?
I'd rather not, really. And he holds up he holds up this little. It's like a claw dagger. Oh man, I'd have to find like an image of one. But basically, it looks like a pocket knife, except the blade curves sharply like a very small gardening implement in a lot of ways, but it's got a ring around the bottom of it, and he just holds that up.
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Rambit.
And he just holds that up and he's like, this is really all I need? Well, that and also the holy fire of my god.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Okay. Let's go.
Start walking.
All right, so you guys head back to town, minus Leech, who, as you leave, you can hear him beginning to sing to himself. It's in Goblin. I don't recall, do any of you guys speak Goblin?
I do.
I do.
So there's definitely a lot of slang terms that don't quite translate properly. Yes, okay, yeah, very, very much that, yeah. Okay, so a karambit. Sorry, let me see,
That's terrifying. Okay.
Can I post that in...
Okay.
Well, no, I'm trying to see if...
Question, by the way, are our hit points still what they were at the end of the last? Because we haven't taken a long rest.
So I
We
just
haven't rested
posted.
at all yet.
I just posted in Twitch chat, so hopefully people can see that. The song that he's singing is essentially like a goblin version of Little Bunny Frou Frou.
What?
But less about
Instead of
bopping them
bopping
and
them on the
more
head.
about popping them in the mouth.
Yeah, love it.
And
What's Little Bunny Frou Frou for the international amongst us? Because that hasn't made it over here.
I could have sworn that would have been probably from there. It's a children's song. It's Little Bunny Frou Frou hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head.
Mice and bopping them on the head.
Yeah.
Nope, that has thankfully stayed on your side of the pond.
Okay.
But thank you
Until
for the
now.
Because then
rendition.
it's
Thank you
like,
for the rendition.
because it teaches, vaguely it teaches counting. Because then it's like, and then the good fairy came down and she said, Little Bunny Frou Frou, I don't want to see you picking up the field mice and bopping them on the head. I'll give you, and then like whatever number they're trying to teach you, I'll give you 3 chances to not do that again, right? And then,
This explains so much.
yeah. That and when I was a little kid, my mom used to really like reading Jabberwocky to us and doing all sorts of cool voices. Anyway, thanks, Mom.
The only poem I know by heart. But yeah.
Okay, so, you guys head on back to town. Boof! You're in town.
Marching back, and I have a longsword now, apparently.
Question: where are our hit points at? Are they at where we left off, or are we saying we've had
Well,
a
we're back
long
in
rest
town
because we
now.
haven't?
So.
Now you're in town, so you'll by tomorrow you'll have rested. So if you want to reset that stuff now, you can reset that stuff now.
Goodness.
Yay. Okay.
By the way, the longsword that you picked up feels very cold to the touch. And while that wasn't so weird when you first picked it up, it still feels cold after you've been carrying it for a while.
I don't think much of it. Just sheath it like arching back.
All right, so you guys get back to town, and Findalar is there, just chilling.
I'll be in whatever quarters I've been afforded. Maybe making some arrows, things of that nature. The boys are back with their father, Pa.
Paw.
Don't all talk
Oh.
at once, guys.
Hello, Finn.
Sorry.
How did your shits quest go?
Yes, it went very well, actually. We dispatched the goblins, or should I say Aaron and Joey did most of the work. I just taught them to track and find them, and they dispatched them nicely. I think they each killed 3 goblins. You'll have to count the goblin ears on their necklaces when you see them.
They
Maybe
have ears.
Yes. Little trophies.
Oh.
So perhaps
Okay.
a little congratulations would be in order. Might do well to boost their egos.
For
And what have your
collecting
travels? What have you 3 been up to?
We definitely have not been setting off traps.
Nope. Never. Not once. Mm-mm.
Well, I haven't.
Very good. Very good then. Yes. So what kind of traps did you not set off?
We did
Well,
not set the fire.
Hypothetically, there was a lock on a door, and we just smashed it because none of us could open it. And then there was a lot of fire, and then I was unconscious, so I don't really know what happened.
Also, white cat still
Hypothetically.
covered in slightly singed fur, so, you know, that's a look.
So there's been fire. How was there fire? Was anyone hurt? You were not
I don't mind
unconscious?
fire.
Hypothetically, I was knocked unconscious.
I see. Well, you're all here now, and that's what matters to me.
Hypothetically, we're all pretty tapped, actually. I have one spell slot left. Can I use it to detect magic on the sword?
Yes, you can.
What do I find out?
You find out. So I've forgotten the school of magic that this would necessarily be. I want to say it's evocation, but the sword is what we're going to be calling ether touched, which basically just means that it counts as magical for the purposes of hurting things with magical damage reduction, but it confers no additional bonuses beyond that. That's not true. It gets a +1 to attack and damage.
Nice.
Where did you find the sword?
Oh, the sword was from
On a really
what?
dead guy.
A double dead
really
guy.
dead guy.
Really dead. Like dead
Yes.
and then,
Twice dead.
and
Here,
then
try it
dead.
out. And I hand ether touch to our lovely ranger.
Yeah, I'll hold it. Kind of, check the balance and so forth. I'm proficient with swords.
Longsword.
Ah,
So it's a martial weapon.
not so much.
Rangers are.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Tis a
You're
fine
also
blade indeed.
you're also an elf, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure they still get long swords.
Yeah. Yep. You're right.
Yeah.
Buy this fine weapon. Hand it back.
I like to smash things, not so much sharp and pointy. So if you would like it,
Oh. Well, I'm well equipped. What of the rest of you?
I'm good with what I have.
Perhaps our fine mayor could make use of it. I noticed he's taken a bit more of an interest in our.
the reason Leech is not with us, not because of the normal thing where we can't ever find him because he's out somewhere. He is actually back at the swamp, watching after the door that we did not set off the trap on.
But we
Where
found
there
under
is-
our
There is a
Oh
great
yeah, the
evil
Door in the
door that-
swamp.
yeah, the door down into complete darkness, which it was decided was a good idea to go down and
It was really
kill
cool.
everything
Like-
that was in there.
Like, we picked up a torch and we put it in there and the torch would go out. And then we did it again and it happened again.
Because that's not the definition of insanity.
Wow.
Okay,
Door
testing
in the
something
swamp.
twice is just getting confirmation.
I see. What was inside
The
of
fact that
this?
the people with dark vision couldn't see into it at all didn't clue us in.
This is why we had to test it twice.
Yep.
Is this where you encountered
keep
the fire,
saying-
perhaps?
Well, so the fire was the door to the darkness.
Ah,
And then we
Which
went
was
down.
opened with a hammer, like most doors are.
Smashed it with a hammer!
It
I just
worked.
roll my eyes at Ren. You and your smashing.
Technically, it was my last hit that set the trap up. Details. The point is, we killed some undead. We went down through the darkness, and then we found two things.
And then
We're
Metzi
trying-
tried to kill Leech.
I did not try to kill Leech.
You tried to sacrifice him.
I did not try to sacrifice him. I was
The-
lying.
The white mentioned something
They
about the
actually
sacrifice.
laughs at the sacrifice because I know,
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we fought two things. Leech did not die, which was great. There was a
Yeah.
big locked door, which Leech has the key now, somewhere in one of his bags. And
His meatiest bag
that's right,
for
his meeting bag.
safekeeping.
I see. And so it was down here that you found this sword.
No, the sword was on the dead thing above ground. The dead things
I see.
below ground just kind of went.
Puffed.
As dead things will go, yes. Undead things, that is.
I have no real experience in this area. I'll take
like
your
you had
word
a
for it.
lovely time in the door in the swamp.
It was really fun, but I wanted to go through the door, and no one would let me hold the key.
Wise decision.
Thank you.
We were all feeling pretty tapped, so we thought we would make a short trek back to town, and here you are.
Here I am. It's good to see you again.
Likewise.
Notice while we're talking, I have Thalion, the giant mastiff, kind of at my feet, kind of scratching him and stuff. He smiles at Metzi a couple times, very peacefully.
I love it.
Hackles up, but just
Shakes a
not
little
interacting.
slobber, you know.
Fallon will actually get up slowly and with ears up and tail wagging will snorkel his way towards Metzi.
I will literally climb anything in the room to get away from the dog.
I
I
want to
don't
hug
care
the
if it's
dog.
a wardrobe.
Fallon will...
I don't care if it's the ceiling.
When you are outside of his reach, he will let out one bark, just a woof, and then he will...
Easy.
Good boy. Oh, he's so cute.
He will then walk his way over
We're trying to make friends
to
here.
Glory and Brenly for some pets and scratches.
Yes! I enthusiastically give them.
And I will climb down from whatever I've managed to climb up.
And then he'll walk back over to Finn and circle and then flop.
I just give Metzi a little look there.
So cute.
But yes,
I'm sure he's delicious. Anyway,
that is what happened, and now we're all really tired and need a little nap, but we should go back and see what's through the door. Because it's getting the farmers, and the farmers make food, and we like food.
I think we should just fill the hole in and leave it there.
But we have the key.
Just
Oh,
because
no.
you have a key doesn't mean you have to open a door.
If we're dealing with undead, I don't know if filling in the hole will
I don't
keep them from
It
escaping.
works for most corpses.
They
Fill
were
in the hole,
undead.
they stay there.
No, they were undead. They have to go away. They're abominations. They need to be corrected. It is our job.
It's not my job.
It was my job, and I would like your help, please.
I agree with Glory. Especially if they're spooking our farmers.
Okay.
Friendly draws her
That's-
warhammer and puts it up to her ear like she's listening to it. Yeah, no, we gotta go kill him.
Shocking. Really.
So
Just nodding along.
I do have some information that I want to pass along that I finally fleshed out. So we've just been calling where you guys reside the Empire, which is pretty much what everyone who lives there calls it. Sort of like people in New York City, right? Like it's the only place in the world, or San Francisco, or really any large metropolitan area. People have a tendency to just sort of treat it as if it's the only thing there, the city or whatever. But in actual factual land, there are two major empires that, so far as anyone knows, encompass basically two hemispheres of the globe. And they do not interact in very many places except for the portion of the world where you guys currently are in the village, and a few other spots as well. Most skirmishes between the two empires tend to be naval battles, since there's a fair amount of volcanic activity nearer to the equator that constantly creates new islands, and this being a fairly magically active planet, those islands are often pre-inhabited. So, like, a volcano will erupt, an island will show up. Holy crap! There's a civilization and resources here already somehow, and so conflict ensues. I'll give you guys more information about that, sort of both as it becomes relevant and also as I write it, because I'm still kind of fleshing out some of the larger pieces of the world. That was a lot of noise all of a sudden. So you guys, it's the empire that you're in is actually, strictly speaking, it is the, and I'm going to write this in Twitch chat as well, it is the Sellen Empire. Hang on one sec here. Okay. Yeah, Jake, I don't know what's going on for you with the stream. It's fine. It seems to be fine on my end. Although, well, no, it just paused, actually. That's a little weird. Yeah, it's going a little wonky for me, too, I guess.
It has been for me too, but I thought it was my internet.
Well, if it's happening to you and me and Jake, that suggests that perhaps there's something going on with Twitch overall, as does happen from time to time. But I'm going to sort of continue. So you guys are in the Sellen Empire, which it was founded by Celador the First. Full name Sorin Celador the First. And I will write that again in Twitch chat. And then...
Oh, I was so close to getting the spelling right when I guessed. Damn it, it was one letter off. One letter!
Very sorry. And then the other empire is the the Kandorian Empire. And that was founded by Mempha Kandor. But that empire, there was about 250, 300-ish years ago, there was actually a major scandal because, well, for on your side, it was considered just like scandalous news, but what actually went down was there was a bit of a coup, and Silinus Vancer is now the current Hierophant, which is the supreme leader of the Kandorian Empire. The Vancers, which were a house of priests within the Empire, managed to depose the last Kandorian emperor, who was a 12-year-old boy. And they took over. And so it is still the Kandorian Empire that didn't change the name, but it is the line of Vancer that is in charge over there. These are things that would be essentially common knowledge. So I wanted to provide this information to you. While there is a lot of sort of lip service made to the church over in your empire, it's really the nation itself, the whole empire is largely agnostic. Pretty much everyone is allowed to do whatever they like, which is why there are so many different churches and so many different belief systems that exist. The Sellen Empire, however, is largely, and this has been more since the Vancers took over, the Sellen Empire is largely a mono religious culture. Pretty much everything flows through and laws come from the church. So they are a much more religiously tinged empire than your guys' stuff. I have other bits of knowledge, but I'm going to hold back on all that stuff for now. as it comes up and is necessary. Because I know that was a lot of information to kind of drop on you all at once. And most of it doesn't come up in conversation on a regular basis. But because it's stuff about the world that you guys probably ought to know, and probably had I been a little less busy, I would have given it to you a while ago. So you have that information now at the very least. So here's what I'm going to do. Because I, the GM, very badly need to go to the restroom real fast, and now everyone on the stream is aware of that fact. I'm going to sort of pause things, as I assume you're all ready to head back. Like, you go to sleep, you wake up, you're going to head right back.
Mm-hmm.
I want to check on my kids.
Yeah, let's get a long rest in, and then we'll head back.
Okay. So the kids are fine. They're chill. They're just doing their thing. Sticky Ricky's like, I'm working on my letters. Thank you.
I just want to make sure Aaron and Joey aren't showing the children the goblin.
They are, but there's not a lot. Okay, so what do you do with, like, so all the kids are like gathered around. What do you do?
Just ask Joey and Aaron to come with me and just to walk them away a bit. Just be like, you did a good thing. You protected the town. I do not like trophies. Do not show them to the children. I am very proud of you for protecting the town. Do not show these to children. It's not okay.
As teenagers often do to those in authority, even those who they like and respect, they do roll their eyes. They say, okay. And they do follow what you asked, but they do it in kind of a shitty way.
That's fine. So doing it, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I am going to hang on. Let's see here. I had a be right back thing. I hope I didn't get rid of it. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to run away. I'm not going to post. So I'm just going to mute my mic. I will be right back in just a moment, and then we will get into opening the door and finding out what is behind / underneath the large
Door
black square on that map.
I'm gonna go with death.
For something.
Probably death.
We're on death.
Well, it's not gonna be puppies, is it?
It could be. You
Death
don't
puppies.
know.
The point is, we have a
you
long
like
rest.
hellhounds.
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, there's a kitty cat in the background.
We have a long rest to take down whatever. We have a long
Kitty.
rest to take down whatever
Where's
it
the
is.
kitty?
Maybe we should give the sword to. Perhaps we should give the sword to the mayor. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's been a
that
change.
says us.
There's been a
The mayor's
change
cool.
in his style, in his outlook.
Trauma will do that to a person.
Of course. I noticed when we were reporting back on our adventures in the forest with the goblins, he was taking great interest in the details that I've never noticed him to do. Perhaps he would enjoy, getting his hands dirty.
Oh yes, let's encourage people enjoying killing. That's so not healthy.
I didn't say anything about killing, just getting his hands dirty.
And you were being euphemistic for gardening, I suppose.
Whatever's
With a long
necessary.
sword.
Whatever's necessary.
You were all incredibly violent people.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a fair assessment.
Certainly where goblins are concerned.
I get cranky if I can't hammer things regularly.
Have you thought about blacksmithing?
I meant living squishy things.
That's very disturbing.
Once a pastemaker, always a
Always.
pastemaker.
Thank you. You get it.
I don't necessarily understand it, but I do get it.
I do not.
Oh, look.
Can I pet your tail?
Oh, look. The demon has returned.
Yes. I hope you guys weren't too mean to Metzi in the time that I was gone.
I just
Not
asked
at
if
all.
I could pet his tail.
Literally just the one time.
We were
Okay.
just examining philosophical difference. It's fine.
Oh, good. I'll have to play that back
This
for
was-
myself
that was-
later.
That was the chat on the way back through the swamp. That's really
So we're
Oh, yes.
gonna long rest and then be ready to roll.
Okay, so...
There's Finn!
Oh, I haven't made a token for your dog yet. Although for what it's worth, because Brick will come with you as well.
Can he fit in the hole?
Well, no, he cannot. So, and the dog can't climb the ladder. So the
We can catch the dog.
Don't drop dogs. They're like old people. You can't drop dogs.
Okay.
You can bowl cats. You can't drop dogs.
What?
both of those statements are very true. Get a particularly floofy cat can skid right across a well cleaned kitchen floor. I'm telling you that now.
Yeah.
I also have seen that.
So
It's great. You can use them for hoovers. It's great. You just dust.
GM Fiat, and I don't typically do this, but I'm going to do it this time. You guys just elect to leave Brick and I forgot the dog's name.
Thalion.
Thalion.
Thank you. You guys elect to leave Brick and Thalion up top to guard the entrance. And Brick's response to this is, nice doggy. And he pets Thalion. And he's remarkably gentle, actually.
Gently, right?
Yeah. Though Of Mice and Men is one of my favorite books to read with my students. You do
That's
not
exactly what I was
have
thinking of.
you do not have that. Well, that's the idea. But you do not have that issue, thankfully, with Brick.
Good.
Good.
Weirdly, I do, whenever I read, this is a total tangent, whenever I read Of Mice and Men with my students, I always give Lenny and George, like, vaguely Bostonian accents. There's no good reason for this. Because everyone, by all rights, should have, like, Western, Southern type accents. But because all the characters sound roughly the same, and because I'm reading all the parts, in order to properly differentiate, in the end, they sound vaguely Bostonian. It works out quite well. And the kids get mad when we then later on watch the movie version, and the actors don't sound like the voices I did.
Stupid actors. How dare you not sound like...
Right, exactly. Yeah, stupid John Malkovich. But anyway, so... yeah. Alright, so you guys are down there, you're in the hole. I put you... I mean, I just sort of arranged you there just for a second, but realistically, you guys should put yourself in whatever your proper marching order would be. And I'll tell you now, Leech wants to be towards the back.
I wonder why.
I don't mind taking up the lead. I have excellent ability to see in the dark.
Oh, question. What'd you guys do with the sword?
Last
With the what?
I gave
Might sound
Finn
cut out.
last.
They want me to have it, so I mean, I'm not going to turn down
Okay.
a longsword +1.
Because I don't like blunt objects. Does Bren use long swords?
Well, it sounds like Finn's taking it, which is
Okay.
fine.
Unless somebody else wants it, because I'm well equipped.
You guys are all so generous. Someone needs to take it and use it.
I can't.
I don't care who.
The GM's like, I gave you a +1 sword. Use it, goddammit.
Well,
I'm
after
I'm emotionally involved with my weapon. I can't. I don't really want to just grab another. It feels wrong.
Yeah.
It sounds fair, but it's true because pack blade thing.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
If you come in at the wrong
So I
time of
think
night, you can find
I'm
Metza and the Macahuedel getting their Mac
No,
on.
Okay, fine. I'll use
It
it.
disappears when I
Okay.
sleep.
I'll use it.
Pack of the
Out
blade.
of pasty.
Thank
We'll
you,
see how this
Bren.
goes.
Okay, so Brenly is using it then.
Yes.
Okay, all right, that works just
It would
fine.
appear so.
Well, and that keeps Finn still using his bow primarily, which works out. Okay, that's fine.
Bren is our sword and board fighter. I love it.
Bren also was the one who was having the most trouble last time, making it through the ethereal, otherworldly damage reductions of the ghostly undead. so that works out pretty well, actually.
I just keep
Yeah.
hitting it and it won't die again.
Bop, bop,
At least you can
bop,
hit yours.
But
Oh yeah, Finn. So I was having some problems because some of these undead don't go pasty because they're already dead. So it was kind of like I was like hitting a dog with a newspaper on the nose over and over again, and I was just making things mad.
It was great. It was a great
This will help
diversionary
me
tactic.
a lot. Thank
Will
you.
will it be difficult for me to inflict pain with arrows then?
Maybe.
We don't know what's on the other side of the door. It could still be puppies. We don't know.
Until you open the door, all things are equally possible.
It's Schrodinger's
Schrodinger's puppies.
Tabaxi, all right?
Schrodinger's dungeon. Yee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let me go ahead. I get to remove this. So you guys, Leech hands the key to Glory.
Thank you, Leech.
I'm alright with that.
What? I wanted to open it.
You don't get to.
I know. That's why I'm sad.
Before opening the door, I'm just gonna use my Spidey sense or Divine sense to sense evil or good and evil within 60 feet of me.
There's all sorts of evil.
Cool.
Can I make a
So-
That's an
Really
uncomfortable
nasty
feeling.
puppy.
can I make a perception check on the door?
Oh yeah.
The mechanism, the lock, the whole shoot.
Yeah.
Did you open this door yet or no?
Oh, not yet.
This is the door we haven't yet opened, correct?
I
Yes.
vote no. Just throwing it out there.
Okay. I'll do a perception check on that door.
Do it
Looking
up.
for traps or anything along those lines.
You're so smart. Smart. This door
Smirk.
seems fine.
The door appears to be normal. Don't see anything dangerous about it.
Good to know. I put in the key, turn it, and open it.
Yay!
Oh.
This is why Glory is my best friend.
I just say in
Sorry.
Elvish, we are all going to die.
That was kicking open the door. Forgot that.
Not at all, Metzi. Repeat back in Elvish.
Uh-oh.
That's right. Sorry, I forgot. You are all going to die. Still in Elvish, by the way.
Have faith, Metzi. Dear friend. Back in Elvish.
Okay.
That's pretty much what I say. Just okay.
So, I accidentally deleted a part of the floor, so hang on. Everything's fine. It's all fine.
Oh, great.
Maybe move the token first.
Hang on. Well, this was before I'd figured out how layers work, so everything's better now. But I'm so
The floor's back.
I'm like botching my sweet reveal though, which makes me sad.
It's okay. We're still.
No, I'm still
terrified.
spooked.
Carry on.
I'm still, yeah.
Yeah.
I kick open the door like, oh. I need to get
Oh, it went again.
Yeah,
Come back, floor.
I'm fixing it. Hang on. Aha!
Oh.
All right. Cubit's gone full robot. Is that the same for everyone else?
Yeah, a little bit.
I heard the glitch.
Okay. It sounded like a cheer, but
I think she was laughing and it broke up.
It was a robot laugh. It's okay.
okay. All right. So you open the door and you see this. There are two blue-tinged magical circles drawn onto the ground with wisps of magical energy rising off of them like smoke. And then you see at the center... hang on here. There's only supposed to be one of those. You see at the center, past all of these guys who are, for the curious, they are ghouls. So past the line of, or the triangle of ghouls, you then see a creature of some kind of magical energy that looks like it is perhaps trapped in this red magical circle that is radiating energy very similarly to the blue ones. And hang on.
Everything's all tingling and evil for me, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep.
What do you make of this, Glory?
Very bad things.
I don't have your sense, but this doesn't make me feel good. I'm gonna knock an arrow.
The dead guy from before
is that a-
said about the
Let's get him.
undying prisoner. I'm gonna bet that's him. Just a hunch.
Okay. And of course, in moving stuff. Okay. Hang on one sec. Because I apparently accidentally. You and you. Move to the token layer.
I want to imagine as we're watching this, just the floor is just shifting.
Is there a moment for me to answer a call of nature while you're doing this?
Yes, I am done, but you may, yes, of course, use the restroom. So we are good. Everybody roll initiative, and we'll handle that.
Don't forget to click your token first. So that
Yay!
it pops up in the
I remembered this time.
little thingy thing.
I appreciate the reminder. Thank you.
Come on. Come on, roll 20. You can do it. I believe in you.
You're gonna get like 20 rolls when they decide to show up.
Ha!
Hello.
Wow.
Dang it!
Samesies!
I got so excited because it showed up and then instantly.
Sadness overtook you.
I guess at least it's there.
Yeah.
I miss anything? Important?
We both
Just
got
for
one in
initiative.
our initiative.
Done that. Oh, wow. Oh, kids. Yikes.
Actually, Metsu, you're going first.
Right. Yay.
Which, not as a suggestion, but as a question, because I don't remember how this works. Can you choose to delay your turn in the order if you don't want to be the one to go first?
Hold action.
I'm
You
not.
can,
Like
yeah, you-
delay.
So you can hold an
Or
action
something?
and wait for a specific trigger.
trigger.
But if that
Yeah.
trigger never happens,
Mhm.
then your action is lost, and you're not changing the
Okay.
like you won't change the order that you go necessarily. You're just
Cool.
yeah, like you're just saying I'm going to wait to do anything until such and such thing occurs. But if such and such thing never occurs, then the waiting doesn't matter.
Then
Yeah.
it's just gone. Okay.
Okay, I'm just double checking to make sure that. All right, cool.
Have these things noticed us? I mean, are we
So
a
So
Are
now,
they gonna
now we are
open
beginning.
the
Now
door?
that we've got everything ready. By the way, am I hearing like running water or is someone opening something?
I hear the water.
Not
Someone's
that I know.
peeing on a flat rock.
Okay.
sounds like keyboard tapping to me.
Oh, that could be.
Start doing dishes.
Yeah, hand check. Finn? No. Weird. Okay. Well, whatever.
Prestidigitation.
That's my line.
You open the door. As you open the door, all 6 ghouls turn directly towards you, and at once, just and they start running towards you. You don't know how long they've been in there, but you suspect it's a while.
How does it smell?
God.
It smells like trying to think.
Worse than Leech's bag?
It smells like a midden. It smells like the dumpster out behind a butcher shop on a 90-degree day.
Oh, curses. What is that, Glory? What are these fell creatures?
It wasn't me!
That would be dead stuff.
So are they rushing the door, or are they just making ghoulish sounds in their chamber?
No, they're running towards you, but Metzi goes first.
Okay.
Yeah, I just kicked open the door and immediately regretted everything I've ever done up until that point.
Okay, I am gonna... Let's see... So you kick down the door after opening it with the key? Just checking.
Yes. So they see us.
Key clicks, kick the door open, boom, door's wide open.
Ghouls.
Okay.
Ghouling.
I'm just gonna run forward here until I'm level with Glory.
Hi.
And then I'm just gonna be like, this is why we open doors quietly, subtly, gently. And I'm gonna fire Eldritch Blast at the middle of the first row. 'Cause why not?
Okay.
No, shit.
Actually, it might not be that much shit. Hang on.
Kind of shit?
Kinda shit. Medium shit.
No, yeah. Okay, it does miss.
Okay.
So the Eldritch Blast, I think that was the zombies, had an AC of 9. They were remarkably easy to hit. So yeah, the Eldritch Blast, like it hits one of them, but just sort of poofs. Like you just didn't have all the mojo behind it. You're distracted by fear and annoyance.
Yeah. Those are my 2 main emotions, really.
So the Spectre, which is the purple guy who is trapped in the red magic box, does nothing except floats angrily.
Oh, watch that.
How do you float angrily?
It's
is it like shaky bobbing?
A little,
This is
yeah.
calm.
Like
This is angry.
think about it this way. So it is a translucent magenta being of energy with bright white flaming eyes, and it makes eye contact with each of you in turn, staring right through you. Its arms at its sides, and it's just sort of like flexing its hands, just and seething. That's how it floats angrily.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Finn.
I will fire my knocked arrow at the closest ghoul.
So
Do these ghouls have a corporal form, or are they floaty, wispy, smoky? What are they?
the ghouls are like upgraded zombies.
Okay, so they have bodies.
Yeah. To give you a proper explanation, if you would like.
Sure.
Well, actually, no. Roll a nature check.
Works for me. Yeah, I don't want to know the meta. I just want to know what I see. Ooh.
They are certainly there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They smell bad.
Well, then,
Oh.
yeah, I was going to say, so what you actually get with a 4 is just the very first line. Ghouls roam the night in packs driven by an insatiable hunger for humanoid flesh.
Okay, well, Moogs gave me enough of an indication that this isn't awesome, and I'm definitely have enough sense about me as a traveled ranger to fire off a shot at the closest.
Okay, so
Advancing ghoul.
from you, really any of the three in the front would probably be.
I'll just take the center
closest.
guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a whack at that dude right there.
A whack or a shot?
Yeah,
Yes.
probably neither. Just
Wow,
one.
you rolled a
Apparently.
you only rolled a 3, which is not great.
Not best. No.
So yeah,
Yeah.
your
Plus
arrow.
7.
You were similarly, I assume, put off by this as Metzi was, and your arrow just kind of clatters noisily towards the back
Sure.
of the dungeon. Do you only get one shot or two? At third level, I think you only get one.
Just one.
Okay.
And I would like to. Let's see. I get to move also. I move 30. What are these blocks?
Each is 5.
5 feet. Well, I got glory in the door. I'm just going to hang at the back since I'm a ranged weapon guy, and that will conclude my turn.
Okay. The ghouls now go. The ghouls do not move. I don't think they move all that fast. No, yeah, they do. They move just like people. One,
Ghouls
Ghouls are
people
people
too.
too.
So ghouls get to be people, but Leech doesn't get to be people. What is
I
this?
was being sarcastic. Ghouls are not a people. Leech is barely a people. And to be fair, Leech is not a people because of what he does, not because of what he is.
So he's like a peep, but not a people.
Metzi is not specious.
That's fair.
Doesn't care that he's a goblin, cares that he was eating people. That's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the ghouls have moved thusly, and these three
Holy shit.
in the front. Well, that's 30 feet. These three in the front are going to get their attacks.
Did you put your armor on?
I assume that when you guys went down, Metzi was
we
smart
know
enough
Weston.
to.
No, Metzi's mage armor. Did you?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I'm
I
like
Is
see.
prepared to open the door.
Beautiful way.
because Metzi can cast it for free, and it's got an 8-hour. Like in my brain, Metzi never doesn't have it on.
Thank you. I like your brain. Your brain is good.
Particularly with how paranoid Metzi is. I'm perfectly fine making that
Cautious.
the
I'm pretty
assumption.
sure I sleep in my mage armor.
Holy crap! Okay, wait. I gotta pause real fast. We just hit our 350 follower goal, and so we're gonna be giving out a $25 gift certificate in 10 minutes. Okay, so 10 minutes. We're gonna give out a $25 gift certificate. Although I don't know exactly what the gift certificate goes.
Somebody to chat,
Tabletop
25
loot?
bucks from tabletop loot.
Thank
baby.
you, tabletop loot. There we go.
That's delicious. Yes.
So that is pretty freaking cool. Woo! All right,
That's awesome.
350 followers. That's nuts. That's super cool. To tabletop loot. Awesome. Okay, so sorry, getting back to the action though.
Back to the death.
Because the ghouls are ready and raring to go. So Metzi. All right. So each of the ghouls they get to do. Okay, cool. That's what I thought it was. All right. So Metzi, the ghoul in front of you, is going to attempt to claw at you.
Oh.
And I'm just double checking. Does it get to do both of those things? I think it only gets to do one or the other. Okay. Then in that case, it's going to bite you.
Gross.
Mouthful of fur. That's not nice for anybody.
So, slash roll 1, 2, 5 plus 2. But a 10 misses you. So the first ghoul go but it misses. And then Glory, they are both going to try to claw at you.
Oh god, the smell.
The first one and the second one both miss. So yeah, you're fine.
But it smells so bad.
It does smell fucking horrible.
Not to me.
Get up here.
And that is those 3 ghouls. Brenly, it is your turn.
Excellent. Move and then smash.
It's simple, but it works really well.
Mm.
We are fighting in a doorway.
Here.
Oh my goodness.
You're a frontline fighter now. Congratulations.
So, I am right. Yeah, definitely a new look. I'm just gonna do a swing of Rosie.
Alrighty. That hits. Roll damage.
Yay!
No.
My bad. I clicked the wrong thing.
Okay.
Oh, gotta relearn some things.
That is okay. It takes 7.
Woo! Yay! This is so much better than last time.
No bugs
Alrighty.
today.
Glory, what are you doing?
Oh, your eyes can glow. My eyes can glow too. And while I cast Divine Favor, I make my Warhammer glow and my eyes glow at the same time. And I'm going to take a swing at this asshole right there.
Okay. Let's see if you hit him. 21 definitely hits. Roll your damage. Okay.
Nice.
You smell so bad. Go away.
Okay. You smash a good part of it, and its whole chest is just kind of caved in. It's still going, but it's definitely like the end is in sight for this ghoul already. Metzi, back to you, top of the order.
I am not happy about all these people being this close to me. Let's see. I am going to. Oh, I'm just gonna take a thwack at the guy right in front of me with my macahuitl.
Okay.
He has startled me somewhat.
Hey, Metzi,
Yeah.
you may have forgotten you typically cast Hex on people before you do that.
I have forgotten, yes. Stop with the hooing!
It's metagaming pigeon.
I love him.
Okay.
He
Okay.
saves our lives.
He does.
Do you want me to retroactively do this, or shall I just do it on my next turn? Because I've already rolled for the attack, and I don't really want to go out of sequence.
Go ahead and say that he's hexed. It doesn't really change much.
Okay, I'm
Aw.
gonna go with Hexblade's Curse.
Okay.
There we go. So I've thrown that up in chat.
So go ahead and attack again, actually.
Okay.
Like roll the proper one with the Hexblade's Curse on it.
Hold on. I don't know if I've got it with Hexblade's Curse on it. I think I've got it with Hex. Oh, fuck. Hold on. So that'd be. I can't copy and paste these things, can I?
No.
Just because I don't want to hold everyone up, I'll just. Do you want me to just roll again and add, on the fly, and then I will make up a roll while everyone else is doing their shit, because I don't want to hold
Actually,
everyone
well,
up.
so it looks like it won't change the attack roll. So you
No, it's only damage.
Okay, so you just go ahead and miss on this one. I mean, you only rolled a 5. Like, it's okay. So you miss with the Macahuitl, and then that's okay, and then we'll go around till next time. But the dude is cursed. Okay, so now the Spectre. The Spectre makes a sort of a low guttural noise that you can all hear, like in the center of your ears, right at the back of your skull, and it just kind of rattles and echoes in there, and it just sounds like rage and pain, and it rears back and then slams itself against the edge of the magic barrier that is holding it in place. And as it hits that wall, it's briefly stunned, but you can see the whole cylinder. It's a column from there to the ceiling about 20 feet above, that all just shines bright red for an instant when it whacks against it. And
I don't like that.
That hurt my head.
yeah. Finn, it is your turn.
I'm going to fire another arrow at a ghoul. Let's go for, let's see, let me ping the right. Man, I got people all up in my way here.
We are blocking them from getting to you.
So
Which is excellent.
You're actually fine to shoot over them. The only way that it would hit someone else is if you
As
roll.
if I rolled one of those ones.
Yeah.
Did you say it got through that sphere, or it's just hit it?
It hit the
I
magic.
like to
It did
imagine
not
that
go
Brenly
through
has
it.
like a scar on her mat.
So it's still
Cold.
trapped within the sphere.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just angrily
Right.
banging against it.
Oh, hang on. Let me see. Okay. Yeah. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna ping that dude with an arrow.
Which guy?
The one right in front of Mitzi. The one right in front of Mitzi.
Oh, okay. I see it. All right. Yep.
Because I noticed the Tabaxi did something and nothing that I could tell really happened. So I'm just going to assume that it didn't go her way, so I'm going to fire in that direction.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
19
Nice.
hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright. Alright.
Okay. Hits it for 5. So it takes the 5 damage. You hit it in the head, which doesn't really seem to slow it down very much.
Did it look like the arrow, hit it, did some damage, stuck in it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You're working on creating a pincushion.
I'm on it.
Okay. Alrighty. So ghouls go. So the ghouls, they're all going to attempt claw attacks. The first one is going to attack Brenly, and it will miss. The second one is going to attack Glory, and it will miss. The third one is going to attack Metzi. Oh shit, and it hits. It's not a crit, but it does hit you. So I rolled minimum damage. So it hits you for 4. But because you are not an elf or an undead, you need to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Oh. So do I just hit Constitution save in the saving throw thing? Because you... Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
Shogun, thank you.
Shogun.
Thanks, Shogun.
I missed. You're giving advantage to Moogs. Is that correct? All right.
Yeah, for Glory. Because Glory is amazing.
Awesome.
Indeed.
All right. So Shakes, you failed your con save. I'm
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I did.
That being the case, let me see what you actually. Okay, yeah, you rolled a
I
7.
never thought it would suck not being an elf, but here we are.
You speak elf?
So let me see here.
No, Metzi speaks elf. I
Okay,
don't.
you are currently paralyzed. It hits you with its claw attack, and you are paralyzed. Now, paralyzed, I'm pretty sure just means that you cannot move, but I think you can still attack. But let me double check because I have the conditions here, bookmarked, in fact. So paralyzed. A paralyzed creature is incapacitated and can't move or speak. It also cannot take actions or reactions. So no, you're screwed. You automatically fail strength and dex saving throws. Any attacks made against you have advantage, and any attack that hits you is a critical hit if it comes from something within 5 feet of you. So yeah, you're
Note
actually
to self, move back more.
you're in real danger at the moment.
Can we sense what has happened visually? Is there any chance?
Not until
Like until your turn, make
right,
a perception kind of thing. Okay.
yeah, not quite yet. So all you've seen so far is that Metzi took a scrape.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the ghouls, and by the way, this ghoul will move in, and this ghoul will move in, and the two the ghouls who can't reach you, they're like grasping at you over the shoulders of the other guys. They can't quite get there, but it's
It's a
Oh, how
friggin'
Resident Evil.
Romero film.
yeah.
Say it. How does that go?
Brenley, it is your turn.
Okay. So can we attack diagonally? That's still like within 5 feet.
Yes. You
Okay.
you only have one oh yeah, you can move
Yes,
like that.
but
Yep.
if I move here, then I'm within 5 feet of Metzi and can offer some protection.
Ah, okay, yes, you can do that.
Technically.
So I would like to move here and then attack
Oh
diagonally.
shit! You know what? Leech. Hang on 1 sec. You do
Leech is
do
in the
your
order.
attack, but I just totally forgot to add Leech to the order.
It's okay. Our cleric doesn't need to take a turn.
Nah.
We're actually Leech is gonna be at 0, so he'll just be dead last.
I'm okay with this.
Oh, no, it actually won't let me.
Oh,
so
sorry, you said last.
Kiwi, you won.
Sorry, I didn't hear last.
What?
Uh-huh.
Aw, I think that's cheating. Oh no.
okay, so Leech is at 1 as well. So Leech will go after Glory.
Hey!
More biddies.
Man, we got
Cubity, you won,
initiative.
girl.
Oh wow!
Cubit has won.
Aw,
Right there.
Yay!
Not bad.
Wow.
I want some pretty dice.
Hey, Cubit.
I guess you did a good.
I
You
love this
won!
too. Woohoo!
You did good, girl. No, I can't pull out.
You know what? I love tabletop loot and would love to have this gift card, but would you mind drawing again? I probably shouldn't have entered.
Okay. Well, so you perfectly could have, I believe, but if you would like for them to re-roll, they can.
I would feel better if they re-rolled.
Okay. So Throck, if you want to re-roll that would be sweet. But thank you, Archer of the Eye and Mets Girl. This is crazy what's going on.
Roll it again. Roll it again. I was
So Shogun's got it.
Oh, Shogun!
Shogun.
okay.
Yay, sure.
Shogun! Woo!
Golf clap.
You
For
love
Shogun.
Shogun.
Alrighty, that's pretty sweet, Shogun. So thank you to all of you guys. Thank you for the bits, and hang on 1 sec, because I'm trying to work my way through the chat stuff here.
Let's go.
So-
And Archer of the Eye hit us with bits.
Yeah, Archer, were you giving someone advantage? The amount that you put in there would allow you to grant somebody advantage if you would like to. But yeah, that is super awesome. So we'll let we'll let Archer get back to us.
Oh,
Moogs.
they gave it to Moogs.
Okay, so Moogs, you've
You
got
already have
Glory
one.
has two.
yeah. Moogs does have one already. Archer, do you want to spread it around, or do you want to give Moogs double awesome turns?
Nice.
Mooks could just be double awesome.
Double awesome. Never hurt anybody but zombies and ghouls and specters.
Glory is already double awesome, so it's just fitting.
Okay, double awesome Moogs.
Does that count as just a really cool critical action that'll just work?
My recommendation is to spread them out between two different things.
It just-
because they're ghouls. They seem scary.
Yeah.
They're not as bad as other things.
Well, I
So
wasn't talking about the ghouls.
okay, fair enough.
Yeah, hit the big thing twice, really good.
So
Next thing. All right,
Renly,
okay,
it is your
should
turn.
we get that?
And I did swing to hit. And I was waiting
You
for you
did.
to tell me if I
Oh, you did.
succeeded.
Oh,
It was
there,
15.
there you did. Yeah, 15 hits. And 7 damage. Okay. Okay. That guy is not looking great. You cut off one of his arms. He's still got the other one. And is still coming.
Can I take my foot and grab the arm and send it back towards Leech for later?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Hey, buddy. That's
Although-
for you.
Goblin.
Leech will
But
actually...
he doesn't like undead.
No, he does not like undead.
That's so gross.
Glory, it is your turn.
Did any of the blood splurt on me? Does it smell awful?
Actually, the blood, when it comes out, is more of a gel. It doesn't really splurt so much as gloop.
Kind of.
That
Oh
doesn't smell.
god, they're basically just walking blood pudding. This is awful.
Mm.
Oh.
Now you're making me hungry.
Black pudding is gross.
Glory's just going to shift right there to make sure that nothing gets near Finn.
Okay.
And
I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me.
I'll get you.
yeah,
Or you can move. No, you can't move back one. Never mind.
No, I can't move. I'm very
that's fine.
Don't do that.
And take a swing at that one. That is armless now, is it?
Yes.
Jesus.
Whoa! Dude.
Wow, Shanna Logic.
Thank
That's
you, Shannon.
crazy.
You're awesome.
Shan, what would you
Let's
like
keep flowing.
that to be? Do you want that to be? Oh my goodness, moves. Would
Pickle bitties.
that is a major advantage. That can
Stop
be.
reminding him that he can do that.
Look, it's God sneaking up on the DM.
I will let Shanna Logic decide what that is for.
The last time someone gave the DM advantage, it rolled minimum of damage. So
That's true. That's true. All right, but hey, Portia.
Oh wait, and then
my God.
My god.
was it 1,000 bits to do a cursed item?
Major advantage to Wily Hobbit. So big items,
Thank
things
you,
like that
Shannon.
also count. So Shanna Logic, I'm going to tell you that's going to show up in not immediate combat form necessarily, but it will show up and it will be sweet when it does. And you will be called out for it when it occurs. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Shannon.
Okay, so Glory, did you attack? You did attack. You
That
hit.
was a 14.
Roll damage.
Gotta love radiant damage.
People named Shannon are just the best.
Okay. Man, you couldn't possibly squeeze out one more point, huh?
I mean,
That ghoul is still up somehow, still moving around. Leech is going to cast Bless on the three of you in the front. So you guys get bonuses. So basically on attacks, I think it's attack skills. I want to say attacks, skills, and saves, but I might be wrong, so let me just look it up so as to make
I think
sure.
you're right. I'll look it up if you want to continue on.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. But I'm going to put little markers on you guys. So little heart markers that I like to use. Boop. Boop. And boop.
Leech is making it hard for me to hate him.
And I do need to put...
Attack roll or saving throw.
Attack, save. Yeah,
Okay, well,
attack or save.
so the fact that it counts for saves is relevant here. That is Leech's go. Metzi, your turn is lost, but you can save to get out of it. So make a roll. Your DC to beat is 10, and you are now blessed.
Okay, what am I rolling? Is it my Constitution save?
Constitution save again.
Okay. And
Hey, you made it all
the
on your own.
bless is a 1d4, isn't it?
Yep, but you already made it. You don't even need it.
Just checking.
Yeah, you get to add a D4 roll because of bless.
Yeah. Well, I
Um,
made it, so
Awesome.
Good job.
So your turn is over. Unfortunately, because you don't get to make that roll until the end, but you are okay now. You sort of you come to your senses and
say, what the fuck was that?
yeah. It is the specter's go, and the specter this time will move to the center, and it will seemingly sink into the floor. As it does so, and unfortunately I don't have an effect for this, but as it sinks into the floor, the two blue magic circles briefly twinge red before the red column flashes again, and the specter is sort of expelled from the floor and is back in the center of the column again.
That bitch is trying to move house. Don't like it.
Finn, it is your turn.
Right, I'm going to, if it's at all possible, having watched what happened there, can I roll a perception on Metzi to see if I can figure out what's going on with her?
Yes.
Or at least notice that she's just frozen for that turn, basically.
Thank you again.
Oh, wow, Shogun. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Shogun. Hello.
This has been a banner bitly day. Thank you very much, Shogun. That is awesome. Who are you giving
I already
advantage
said
to?
that. I'm not gonna say it
It
again.
goes to Metzi.
Oh, to
Yeah.
Metzi?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, good. Oh, I see it right there. Awesome. Okay, so Finn,
Remind me what that does again, because I'm new and I
So-
have a bad
so-
memory.
you get advantage, which
Advantage.
means that you get to roll twice and keep the best one.
Okay.
But you can choose when you're going to use that. You could use it on your next attack. You could use it some other time. You could use it on a skill roll. You have a floating advantage to use when you want to.
Okay.
So Finn,
Thank you, Shogun.
so as far as you can tell, what you figure out is that Metzi was briefly paralyzed by the attack made by the ghoul. It does not strike you as being all that strange that an undead creature like this might cause such an effect on contact with, say, blood of an enemy should it manage to hit that deep. So that's
Okay.
probably what happened.
Is it possible for me to move to where I can get at this ghoul?
You can move 30 feet.
And you can go through friendly creatures.
Six.
Right, you
Yeah.
just cannot end your turn there.
Kitty.
All right, and I'm going to take a whack with my quarterstaff on this guy.
Okay.
Sure you can do it right there.
Oh, good
Yeah,
God,
now
stay
there's
away from
four
them.
of them that can hit you.
Yeah.
Is that the
I'm in
best
there.
place for you?
That
Okay.
is the choice that he has made, and you're not allowed to say anything about it.
Nope,
Meh, 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 meh,
You're
meh.
not.
Uh,
No, Friendly's only upset because she wanted to be there, so that's fine.
Yeah.
So
Make that 3.
quarterstaff,
Whoa.
Bam!
you hit him, you whack him a good one,
Give him a
Um,
good thwack.
and he definitely notices. Ghouls
That's the one
go.
that damaged for 5 earlier as well.
Yes. All right, so the ghouls get to go, and luckily for you, ghouls don't really do tactics much. So they're not all going to attack Finn. So hang on. So ghoul number 1 is going to attack Glory. And crits. Holy shit. Yeah, okay, that happens. Hang on 1 sec then.
But it gets-
So it's going to roll 2d4.
Glory.
Which one is ghoul number 1?
Glory. Glory.
It is the one directly in front of you.
Oh, the one with 1 HP. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Yes.
hang on.
Oh,
So hang on. So it's actually that minus 2. So it's 11 damage, is what it does to you.
11.
Yeah. And I'm going to need you to make a DC 10 Constitution check.
Yes.
All right, you're fine. You are not paralyzed.
Oh, that stings.
Yeah, that sucks. Okay. So that is ghoul number 1. Ghoul number 2 is going to attack Finn because it can.
Protection.
Okay, so what does that do again?
It imposes disadvantage.
Okay, so I'll roll again.
Oh,
Ah,
well, that
I
was
did my
helpful.
best.
It's the thought that counts.
We love you for trying.
That barely made it up my AC.
Finn, you take
Oh,
9 damage, and I'm gonna need
Sorry,
you to roll.
Murphy, so you can take your save and stick it in your ghoul hole.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're enough. Hooray! Ghoul number 2 is going to attack Finn because that's the one you can get to, and I assume a 6 misses you. Ghoul number
You would assume
3
correctly.
is still trying to eat Metzi. And does a 17 hit you right now, Metzi?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So it will hit you for 6. And you're going to need to make a DC 10 Constitution check.
Okay. God, I'm gonna that.
Nice.
Okay, you are fine.
Seems decent.
Let me just.
So that is the ghouls go. You guys might want to start using some of these crits you got.
Yeah.
Brenly, it is your turn.
All right.
Brent just gotta. Luckily, someone just gave you a crit, Bren.
Aw, Shogun did.
Holy crap, thank you, Shogun.
Aw.
But actually, I wanted to use the inspiration that I have.
Good golly. Okay. Use your inspiration. Save the crit, that's fine.
Yeah.
So do that.
I'll uncheck it on my sheet, and then I just re-roll it. Right?
Oh.
Are you
Oh.
kidding me?
Um,
That doesn't even make sense.
Whoa.
okay, so
Goodness.
Dude.
as
Does
GM,
bless add anything to that?
it does. You get to roll a d4.
Yes.
But it's still a 1.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll let you do. Since you used an inspiration, I will allow you to also use your crit and just, or to use your advantage and just re-roll, like just call it all a wash and re-roll it. But you have to use your advantage to do that.
No.
Okay.
It only has 1 health.
Exactly. That's
Oh,
good
that's the
call.
one you're hitting?
Yeah. Okay, so Brenly misses. That is okay. Glory, what will you do?
I'm gonna take out that one that bit me and it hurt and I didn't like it.
Okay, roll your attack.
Ouch. What is wrong with all of us?
And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to angrily scowl at it.
Yeah.
Just be
Yeah, man.
mad.
Yeah.
You miss. Leech.
Did I miss with my scowl?
Your scowl, yes.
Yes. It missed.
Yeah, with the way you guys have been
scowled
rolling, yeah.
just at the one behind it.
Leech is going to throw alchemist fire at them. So he's got a little jar, and he throws, and let me see how he does. He does fine.
Hey.
So
it's just us. Good to know.
yeah,
Good to know.
so I need to make a mark on the ones that catch fire. It is. Let's see which mark is the best. We'll go with actually the potion thing makes sense, since it's a little jar of alchemist fire. So it hits that one, pardon me, that one. It's 1, 2, 3. Okay. So it hits those three. They take... Because he didn't want to hit Finn with it, potentially. So they each take 4 damage and are on fire. So they would need to
Roasted ghoul.
take some time to put themselves out, which they're not going to do because they're
Does it
stupid.
help the smell?
No, it makes the smell
That is not going to help with the smell
significantly
situation.
worse.
I just had to ask.
Metzi, it is your turn.
Okay. Right. I am just gonna keep doing what comes natural and hitting him with my macahuetal. Sorry, got a cold. Okay, where's the... And it's the... Hold on. It's that guy who is still under Hexblade's curse.
Yep. There you go.
Nice.
Fuck him up.
Roll my 1d4, am I okay?
Show us how it's done.
No. You hit.
We apparently need a refresher course.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Fuzz.
All right. So you kill him. Yay! The
Thank
first one is
God.
dead.
Finally.
You smash with the macahuetal, and it, like, its head splinters in half, and then the whole rest of it just falls over in a bloody
At
heap.
arm's length because the smell is so bad, just like...
Really? I haven't noticed.
Metzi, who would you
Just
like to
Different
move?
shape, we smell things differently.
Who would you
Well,
like to
and
move
friendly
the hex to?
I will move
Or
my
the curse, rather.
Hexblade's curse. Yeah, to... Chappie over there.
Doesn't that heal you a little bit too when it dies?
It does heal you for
It's...
Warlock level plus Charisma modifier. So 3
Yeah,
plus
so it's
4?
4. Yeah. So it's...
Well, wait. Your Charisma bonus is what?
Oh, wait, Charisma is 3.
Okay,
So
3
that's-
plus Warlock level. So you regain 6 hit points.
There we go.
Now, again, as the GM, I'm going to ask, do you want to move your... Because the one you pinged is outside of your reach.
Oh, okay. That guy then.
Okay. All right. And then the Spectre's turn.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
The Spectre, for a brief moment, turns blue. And as he does that, this back ghoul flashes out of existence. It just sort of disintegrates on the spot, and the ghoul grows slightly larger than it was before.
The Spectre does?
Or sorry,
Does it grow?
the Spectre grows. I apologize. The ghoul disappears, and the Spectre grows slightly larger than it was before. And actually, I will... When I say slightly larger, I mean actually noticeably larger for a brief moment in time.
That's larger.
Do we notice that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's real
Okay.
noticeable. Super
Oh,
fucking
dear.
noticeable that
A
is.
curse in
Oh!
Elvish.
Whoa. Oh, no. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Finn, what would you like to do?
I'm going to take a quarterstaff swing at this cat right here.
The one right
At
in
the
front of you?
cat?
Not the cat.
This guy?
Don't be the cat.
Finn, the
Hey.
one... That guy? Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, roll to hit. You hit. Roll your damage. 3. You hurt him. He
You
is
felt
not.
it.
He is not yet dead. It is the ghoul's turn. At the beginning of their turn, they take some damage.
Because they're on fire.
Uh huh. And the one in front of you, Finn, actually dies. The little bit of fire damage that was on him manages to finish melting him. Metzi, you gain Another 6 hit points and can move your curse.
Do I still, because he was cursed, do I still get hit points back again, or
Yeah.
do I have to kill him
Yes,
for
that's
that?
what I just said.
Yep.
Because it doesn't
Yeah,
actually
you get
say.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get your 6 hit points back. And
That's so handy.
who would you like it to be placed on next?
That's nice.
No one's in my range.
Yeah,
But you
but
can move to attack.
yeah, someone's gonna be. So
Yeah.
who do you want it on?
It's 30 feet. I just so hold on. I'll get that guy.
Okay. Alrighty, Brenly, it is your turn.
Nice.
Kill it, please. I beg of you.
Okay. Can
Thank you.
I?
Cool paste.
Is this a valid move?
Yes. Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. Fantastic. And
Yeah.
I want to hit then this one. No, not right click. What are you doing?
I don't know who you're hitting.
That
Thank
one.
you. Okay. All right. And are you using your advantage right now? Is that what's happening?
I am not. I clicked it twice because I accidentally
Okay.
touched my touchpad wrong.
Well, either one of those hits, so it doesn't matter which one I say you're actually using then.
Okay.
And so you're doing 11 damage?
Yes.
Okay. That guy definitely felt it. And you moved. So, Glory, what are you doing?
Taking this whack at the one that's just barely hanging on right in front of me.
Good. Get him. Get him, Glory.
You miss.
Hit him.
Roll your bless. You still miss by 1.
No.
Wow.
AC 12 on these guys.
Oh, dude.
Leech will walk up
Everything's fine.
to here, and he will heal Glory for a little bit. So Glory, you're going to heal 1d4 plus 4. Or sorry, blah, blah, blah. Nope. Flash roll 1d8 plus 4. There we go. Glory, heal 9.
Ooh, that's so refreshing. Thank you, Leech.
You're welcome! And then Leech will move right back to where he was.
He's so useful. I love him.
And then, Metzi, it is your turn.
Going to hit. Look. Eldritch Blast.
Not so much. So you toss out your Eldritch Blast. Now, if you want to, you could use the advantage that someone gave you to get a second roll on that. You do not have to. And you just turn sideways.
Yeah, I had to minimize the video. Sorry, because my video's breaking up again. Hold on. Ah.
Hello. Okay, so do you want to use your advantage or no? You do not have to.
Hello. I may have to be sideways if my video keeps cutting out because I need to minimize the window to stop my phone from overheating.
Okay. I think you might be a little bit behind us. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, I think I might be behind you because you all seem to be freezing a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're lagging.
Do you maybe want to switch to
Yeah.
voice only for now?
Yeah, I'll switch to voice only.
Okay.
See if that works. Anyways,
We
okay.
we will miss your wry stares, but hearing and communicating is a little better at the moment.
A little more important.
So, do you want to use your advantage that you were gifted to get a second roll or not? It is up to you.
I think I'm gonna save it. The
Okay.
purple dude's kind of freaking me out.
Purple dude is freaky.
Good call.
Okay, so that is
He's
fine.
like an evil Dr. Manhattan. I'm not happy.
Do you want to move at all? Or do you want to stay where you are?
I am gonna move. I'm just gonna move back here.
Okay.
Closer to Leech?
I'm keeping an eye on him.
Aw.
All right, I'm I'm sideways on. My back is not to him, but yeah, backing up off.
So the specter is now shrieking. In just this sort of constant high-pitched wail that you can all hear right dead center of your brain. Just...
This seems
I
fine.
curse it some more in Elvish.
And the column, which up until this point has continued flashing red every time it hits the border, the specter's arm briefly passes through before it is shoved back inside.
That's not good.
That's not okay.
That's not good. My ears have totally folded back and down, just trying to not hear this. It's proper little cowering kicky head. It's like, no.
Finn, what would you like to do?
I would like to move to this. Will that give anybody an attack of opportunity on me?
Where are you moving to? Sorry?
Just moving from here to here.
For whatever reason, I'm
Are
not
you
seeing...
peeking?
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
seeing
here.
where the here is.
Mm-mm.
There.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah. Two
So
of them.
yes.
Okay. From there to there, one person will get an attack of opportunity against you, the one who's directly in front of Glory.
Well, then I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm just going to take a whack at this guy right here.
Okay.
Good. Get
Quarter-
rid of him.
Quarterstaff.
I can't hit it.
Just hanging around.
Hit!
Thank you. Fuck.
Damn.
It does not
Shazam.
matter how much damage you do. He had one hit point. So you smash
Finally dead.
his head to pieces and he falls over. It is now the ghoul's turn. The remaining two brave
I
little
will go ahead
ghouls.
and take my move, though. Just to
Oh, yeah. Okay, to there? Okay.
Good.
This ghoul is going to move up. This ghoul is staying where he is. They both have advantage against Brenly.
Yep.
Attack number 1 misses. Attack number 2. So that's ghoul number 1 in total. Ghoul number 2. Wow, that is weird. Each ghoul rolled the same number twice.
Can't hit me.
And yeah, they both missed. So that is the ghoul's
Can't hit
turn.
me, don't get mad.
Did he take fire damage? Is he still on?
No,
fire?
he is. Sorry, he is no longer on fire. It doesn't last that long if they are
That
not.
ghoul was on
Cool.
fire.
He was on fire. They're
This school's not on fire.
Oh my God.
It was a good pun.
okay. Sorry, I skipped past you on the turn order, but Brenly, it is your turn.
Burning ring of fire.
All right.
And
I
it
want to
burns.
whack
ring
the
of
one in
fire.
front.
To destroy all you've got.
Oh, wow. Weird. Okay, we're switching around. But that's fine. You fucking missed again. You rolled a 1 again.
Again.
So
It's
what is happening for you?
apparently my
They can't hit you, but you can't do shit to them either. All right. Glory, it is your turn.
Okay. Step up a little bit. See that one at Bren's back. Take a swing at it.
Okay. You
There
hit!
we go.
You hit a guy!
A palpable hit.
Woohoo!
And,
Nice job,
you killed him.
He's
Nice.
dead.
Hey!
Thanks off the paladin.
The little one-pointer ghoul who would not go away. That was the linchpin. Now you're fine.
The little ghoul that could.
Can I still
Don't-
move?
Yes, you
Don't piss
still
off the
have
paladin.
you still have move that you can use. You've moved 5 feet so far, so you got 25 left.
I'll just step right there and go, what the hell is that thing?
That is bad news.
I
Leech.
very much do not like it.
Leech
I wanna kill
will... 1, 2, 3,
I'm wishing
4,
we'd buried it.
5. Leech will move to there. And he will actually... He will use his sling on the ghoul just to see. Holy shit, he hits. 1d.
I love his sling.
Minus 1. He does 1 point of damage to the ghoul.
Weird. Is the ghoul still medium size or is it large size now?
Ghouls
Because
are.
this looks like.
The specter. The
Spectre.
specter is still large size. The specter is still big.
So it's like a David and Goliath, literally.
Well, he didn't hit the specter. He hit the ghoul that was the last remaining ghoul.
Okay. Sorry.
But yeah. Oh, trust and believe that if he had to fight something bigger, he'd still be using the sling.
I do.
Metzi, it is
Leech and
your
Goliath.
turn.
Okay, I am gonna hit the remaining ghoul with an Eldritch Blast because I am not getting any closer to any of this.
You don't want to
But you're
follow.
full health. You look fine.
I know.
Trauma, okay? Trauma.
It's been a bit of a roller coaster.
Something bit you and then you got better. What up?
So, roll your attack. Hey! Roll some damage.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh shit, 13.
Nice.
It is still up.
Damn.
And it is the Spectre's turn. The Spectre has gotten smaller now. It has shrunk back down to size. But it is sitting dead center. It has put both its hands together and closed its eyes. And
That's not good.
you can see a sort of a shell of energy surrounding it that is the same color as it is, and that shell is beginning to expand outward. And
Maybe he's sleeping.
within about,
Maybe we shouldn't let him out of the cage.
4 seconds, the shell, the bubble that it has summoned, is now pressed directly against the edges of the column. And seems to be attempting to expand. The column is bright red. It is working, but you can see in parts where a bit of purple is beginning to show through, as if holes are starting to form in the protective barrier of the column.
Don't like it.
Finn, it is your turn.
I'm gonna quarterstaff the gobbo that's in front of me, or the ghoul that's still in front of me.
I was gonna say that's Leech.
Feel
Right
free.
there.
You hit, and once again, just like before, it doesn't matter how much damage you do, it only had 1 left. So you finish off the last ghoul, and it splatters and clatters to the floor. And now you guys are left. I'll let you be out of rounds for a moment. You are left with the Spectre, who is currently, like, the ball is expanding, and you can see tiny bits where, like, spherical shell is beginning to expand outside of the barrier.
I'm gonna take my move to finish my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to go up there.
So you guys, I'm going to give you, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set a timer for 3 minutes. In that time, you guys can do whatever you need to do outside of rounds. After that 3-minute timer goes off, we're back to rounds.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're staying in the same initiative order then, sir?
Yeah.
And it looks like the red barrier is breaking down.
Yes.
I want to
Is it
investigate
breaking
these
down
blue
enough
circles.
for like
Okay.
partial cover?
Um,
I'm thinking in terms of bow and arrow.
So there's nothing in this room that gives cover. The patterns on the ground are flat. They're drawn in some kind of like arcane, like ink or some sort of like translucent substance of some kind.
I mean, the sphere around the specter, is that like, if I were to try and shoot it, can I tell if that thing's going to be giving the specter cover, or can I try and put an arrow through there?
If
Do I
you
need maybe a perception?
nothing is going to tell you the answer to that until you try it. Brenly, what would you like to do?
I want to check out these blue spheres.
Okay, what do you do? How do you check them out?
Honestly, she'd
You know
probably
how.
go up and like poke it with the tip of her sword, and if the sword was fine, she'd step into it.
Okay, step into it
You
then.
can't see me, but my head is in my hand.
Yeah, I know.
Brenly, as
God
you
love that woman.
when you step into the circle, the red column barrier that is holding the specter back flashes brighter for a moment, and the specter lets out a cry of pain as the shell that it was creating shatters. You take 10 points of damage.
Okay,
Oh.
Who does?
I did.
Brenly.
Wow, we really should have herded the ghouls onto these things.
You are also shunted out of the
Okay, good.
out of the circle.
Okay.
Hey, where's Leech?
Oh, Leech is in the corner.
Yeah, he's
Just
there.
checking.
Leeching.
Not for any. Not coming up with a plan or anything. Just checking where he is.
I thought maybe he vamped to a shadow or something.
No,
Just thinking.
Not this.
Hey guys, this thing stings, but also it seemed like that big guy didn't like it when I was in there. Should I go in again?
Not yet. Not yet.
I'm going to
Just come here
use.
first. Come here first. And I'm going to lay on hands Bren for 10.
okay.
Just to get you.
I'm going to use my. I'm going to prepare a spell so when we go back to rounds, just takes a
And then
bonus action to cast it
I'll
anyway,
give-
so that's cool.
I'll give Finn 5.
Okay.
Finn, you're healed for 5.
Thank you. Thank you, Glory.
Thanks, Glory.
And then she's just.
You're always there to give a helping hand.
All right.
I want
2,
to-
1.
Sacrifices to fuel the fire.
Popcorn's
All right.
for the
Timer
cage.
is up. So I'm going to remove the ghouls from the list, and I'm going to start us back at the top of the rounds. The Spectre,
Question.
that had previously, Oh, what? You have a question?
Has it been 3 minutes in game or just 3 of our minutes?
It has been 3 of your minutes, or it has been 3 real world minutes, which is to simulate the short period of time that you had upon entering the room to look around and get a feel for what was going on, and potentially formulate a plan if you had one that you were thinking of, before the Spectre is then going to start making things really fucking complicated for you. So
Question.
You know.
Let's do this.
the Spectre. So what the Spectre does is it moves right up to the barrier and presses a hand against it. And even though the barrier is... Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
I apparently have to help with an ice pack real fast.
Hi, God.
Pressing up against the barrier.
My God.
So, it is pressing up against the barrier, places its hand there, and even though the barrier is crackling, and we're going to see how this works, the creature will... Let's see.
What?
There it is, the creature.
You can let me out. Break the chains, break the bonds that hold me, and free yourself from your servitude.
I really wish y'all could see my face right now. Holy
Me too.
shit. Metzi is pretty much just frozen and is staring.
And Metzi,
Like-
it is your action.
Oh, So, I'm gonna take a couple of steps forward, and then take a whole lot back, and just like freaking out, hackles up, shaking, just pointing at the thing, going, "Stay out of my head!" In common, by the way, not in Elvish.
Okay.
So everyone heard.
Did we all hear that in Common or Elvish?
You all heard that in whatever your native language is.
Each of
That's
us
creepy.
in
Okay.
our heads.
Say again?
Each of us heard that in our heads.
In your heads, in whatever your native language is.
Yikes.
Finn, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark. And I'm going to choose the Spectre. Let me drag that into chat.
Yeah, thank you again, Malkara Darkwell, for assisting me testing that earlier today. I'm super glad it worked.
Suspicious.
That was pretty cool.
That's fucking
I
cool.
did not see that coming.
Oh, sweet. Did that go into chat? It did not. Did that make it go into chat?
Okay, maybe
There
just...
it goes.
Ah, here we are.
So I'm
Okay.
going to cast Hunter's Mark. And
Okay.
I'm going to name the Spectre as the creature.
Okay,
So if I do hit, I'll deal an extra d6. I
okay,
have I have advantage over any wisdom, perception, wisdom, survival checks that I need to make to find it, which I don't really need to do that. So.
okay.
Can anybody
I'm
hear
gonna
me now?
fire.
Yes.
I'm going to
Yes?
fire my longbow,
Yes.
and I do have a question for you, Zed. Before I do that,
Yeah.
what options do I have for using the major advantage? Can I use it to do like max damage? How do we want to do that?
So...
Does it depend on what I decide?
So major advantage is the way we've been kind of rolling it is like that's what we gave. That was what we used for the item that is going for Metzi later. My feeling on that is I think it's going to be sort of GM fiat on that. It will come back to help you later in a way that you don't yet know.
Oh, okay. So I won't be able to like decide when to use that.
Right. That's
Okay.
yeah.
That's fine.
But it's going to be a big deal when it happens.
I'm down for big deals.
you'll know it when it
Okay.
gets there.
That's cool. I wasn't sure, and I just wanted to understand before I did stuff.
I got you.
I'm going to go ahead and fire my longbow
Okay.
at Phil Spector. Hang on.
Okay. Now you are blessed, so you can add that to the roll.
I will do that.
And I have a drinking problem.
Ooh. Yay, blessed.
There you
Actually,
go.
I'm not blessed. I was not in the front row. I
Well,
am
fuck
not
it.
one
You
of the
were for this
blessed
one. God damn it.
Blessed.
You get a +1 because I don't care because you get a +1 because you hit it. So whatever, you hit it. I'm allowed to make those choices.
I'm not going to get in your way, man.
So you hit the because here's the thing, right? You're shooting at the thing behind the barrier. You hit the barrier, and your arrow, when it hits the barrier, explodes in a just a cloud of splinters. But as that happens, like a red tinged, almost like a lightning bolt, like an arc of magical energy, fizzes through the column, and the specter screams in pain and moves back from the side.
Cool. So I went ahead and rolled damage, not knowing what all was going to happen. So there you have it.
And actually, that's okay. That makes a difference, although not in a way that you can see.
Right.
Leech leaves.
I mean,
Leech is
goblin. Yeah.
there. Glory, what would you like to do?
Leech left.
He.
We,
I mean, it's up to you as to whether or not you're paying attention to him. But yeah, he definitely he went down the hallway.
Okay.
I was not watching that. I'm watching the Spectre, so.
Yeah.
But I did see the lightning when the arrow hit the barrier. It got hit by lightning from the barrier, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Glory's going to slowly walk up to the edge of the barrier and say to it, "Oh, you don't like that, do you?" And just prod the barrier with her hammer a little bit.
Glory, your hammer
Gosh.
explodes in a shower of metal shards, and I need you to make a dex save.
Ow.
Fudge.
I'm going to use advantage on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ah. Heartbreaking.
Wow. Roll 20 doesn't like you today, sir.
Okay. Having a 9.
Take 13 damage as your disintegrating, exploding hammer. All the pieces just explode right in your face, and you have hundreds of very small,
Like shrapnel.
puncture wounds throughout your armor.
That went well.
However, a fairly large arc of magical energy does cross from the top, arcing down. It's like those globes, right? And I've forgotten what they're called, but it's like electrical arcs in a vacuum.
Yeah.
A Van de Graaff generator.
Well, but it's a
love
Van de
those
Graaff
things.
generator, like in a thing. Anyway, so when you do that, though, like it creates an arc that connects and goes right through the Spectre. And what you
You all hear.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You didn't
Swints a
like
little
that.
bit. Does that count as my action?
yes, that is your action.
Okay.
That is sweet.
Brenly, what do you do?
Okay. I'm gonna move up here with Glory.
Hi.
How you doing, buddy?
Do you still
So-
have the hammer with you?
Yes, that's what I was going to say. I'd like to give Glory my warhammer
Okay.
that I no longer have equipped, but I would think I still have it.
Yes.
Okay, and I will take that off the inventory. That's yours now.
Oh.
You feeling okay? Here, this is for you.
I'll pay you for that later.
No, it's fine. It's yours.
Well, I was gonna ask, is my weapon's divine favor glowing? But now it's not.
Correct.
No, it's definitely not. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's gone.
Brenly, what are you doing?
Okay.
You
I wanna-
you moved. You handed. Are you doing anything else?
Can I still throw like a hand axe at the?
We're right next to the barrier.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you absolutely
That's
can
fine.
do that.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Okay. Roll your attack. Now you get a 21. Okay.
Of course.
So you definitely do that.
So I like throw it up.
Okay, I need the both of you to make dex saves.
You're welcome.
Okay, good.
Nice.
I assume I knew it was
We
coming
kinda
this
saw
time,
it
so I
Yeah,
hid behind the
no,
shield.
knowing better what's likely to happen, the both of you are able to duck, and the cloud of exploding hammer or exploding axe goes over your heads. And the thing screams in pain again as another arc of magical energy hits it. I'd like all of you to make perception checks.
Right. I'm having a slight problem because my internet has gone down, so I'm now attempting to use Roll20 on my tablet.
Oh,
So
okay.
you might have to give me a second while I find out where things are.
Or
Okay.
just throw. If you get a dice, throw dice.
I mean,
It would take me about 20 minutes to find my dice at the moment. 'Cause
we
the
did drop
kids have been in
2
here.
torches into a darkness spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just cause.
Well, it looked cool.
What am I rolling again? Sorry, I found where I am.
Perception.
Perception.
Okay. Okay, wait. Would you let me get to it?
Okay, there we go.
Oh, good. Graphics, that's good.
Okay. So, yeah, all of you actually can tell. This is not particularly effective. It does not like it when you poke its cage, and it certainly, it hurts it, but it's not doing any discernible damage to the thing's form.
It's just like shocking it.
Right. It seems to be torturing it, definitely, but it's not hurting it in any real way. It is now the Spectre's turn.
Your god is alive! Your weapon exploded because you are not worthy. All of your followers died, and all the rest will die. All who follow you will fall. Leave.
That's rude.
Just take the hammer, spin it in my hand a little bit. I will show you how worthy I am.
And that is the Spectre's turn. It did have to move to the edge for that. Metzi, what are you doing?
Like I said, I don't have the map, so if you could just sum up where everyone is for me.
Okay.
Betsy, you and I are between the two blue spheres. Gloria and Brenly are at the red sphere.
Okay, so they've moved forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. For better or for worse, we did.
Of course you did.
The map is in Discord now, if you can see that.
I can't. I've only got two screens, and if I keep switching between them, one of them's going to just burn into flames, because they are very, very hot. To be honest, I'm still freaking out. I don't really know what there is to be done right now.
You know, the other option, if you would like, Shakes, is you could listen in Discord. No, you still need to be able to see it. I was thinking you could watch Twitch, but then you'd be on a lag.
I don't have that many screens. I'm literally using my phone to run Discord, and I'm using my tablet to run Roll20. And I don't know how long that's going to last, because I'm using my phone's data for both.
Okay.
Because my internet has just gone out.
No.
Okay, well, let's do the best we can. If you need someone else to make your rolls in the short term, we can do that.
I can probably manage my rolls. Someone might just have to help me with what they are, because I've got Roll20 up, but it's got messages that won't go away, and they're blocking some of my character sheet.
I got dice handy too. I can roll for it that way.
I can roll my attacks. I just don't know if I can get to my spells and then back off my spells. So I might just be Eldritch blasting for the rest of this.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, so
Honestly,
just tell me, what do you want to do? I can move your token.
Well, right now Metzi is just trying not to run away and leave you all to die. So I'm probably
We appreciate
just
the effort.
yeah. So I'm gonna ready an Eldritch Blast, and if it makes any more attempts to leave the red cage, I'm gonna hit him with that.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna hit him yet.
Finn, what are you
Okay.
gonna do?
I'm gonna knock an arrow. What all can I see? There's nothing else to be seen in this space, is there? I mean, is it lit?
Yeah, the space is illuminated.
Shit is lit.
The space
Sorry.
is illuminated.
Illuminated.
The lighting is diffuse. You're not exactly certain where it's coming from specifically. It's probably a magical effect of some kind.
It's tempting to want to free the beast so we can slay it, but don't know to what end.
I vote yes.
Oh, we're getting it out.
We should have buried it.
Perhaps he should move from the sphere and we can work to destroy it.
Anyone who can make an Arcana check, make an Arcana check.
-1.
I mean, everyone roll Arcana. Let's see how it shakes out. How's that?
Hey!
Yeah.
Calling that a win.
Yeah. Okay, shakes. When Brenly stepped on the magic circle, that seemed to actually hurt it.
Okay.
And her.
It hurt Brenly also, but it did hurt the Spectre.
Okay.
So what?
However, you suspect that the two circles are made as twins. They are linked to each other as much as to the red one.
Okay. I explain all that to Finn because he's right next to me.
Perhaps if we step on the circles together, simultaneously we can do more harm to the beast.
I'm willing to try anything that doesn't involve opening that cage.
Understood.
Open the cage.
Shut up, Glory.
Let's move on to the discs.
I can't move me, someone will
I get
have
you.
to move
Yeah,
me.
I can. So, Metzi, do you want to take left or right?
Left.
I'm
'cause
closest.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Whatever
you're
I'm
closest to the left one.
And then Finn, do you take left or right? Okay. All right. As you guys step on the circles, they do not previously know how to open the cage. They're still experimenting, Melkara. As you guys step on the circles, the red... I hear a dog. The red column
Sorry.
descends,
She'll be done soon.
and the magic in it winks out. Finn and Metzi, each of you guys take 10 points of damage.
I can't see what my hit points were.
That's okay.
This
I
is
can...
just
I,
message.
well, I can do that for you also.
To be
You're,
fair,
Can you tell
were
me
at
what they
full.
were, and I can
you
keep
were
track
at
on pen and
26. You are now down to
Okay.
16.
paper? That's fine. I can
Um,
keep track on paper.
So you guys each take 10 points of damage. The blue circles wink out. Like, they're still there, but they are no longer magically active. And the red circle dissolves and is no longer... it doesn't exist anymore.
I'm just gonna yell, smash it!
Fuck!
And as that happens, it opens into what looks like sort of a swirling pool that I don't have the token for it. So in that center area, unfortunately, for now, you're just going to have to use your imaginations, darn it, is
Already there.
a swirling pool of magical energy, and the specter is floating over it. And is floating here. So that was your and Finn's turn. It is Leech's turn. Leech stops where he is, and though none of you can see it or hear it, for the stream, for the people on the stream, Leech's he stops and he goes, "No, I will be better than my brethren. I am not a goblin. I am a goblin champion." And then he runs back in.
Oh, good lord.
Good Leech.
Glory, it is your turn.
Does he use double his movement or use just regular movement and heals?
Regular movement, and he is readying something, and you don't know what.
Oh, creepy.
But it also took him some time, to have a little Smeagol-like conversation with himself.
Like you do.
Yeah.
When you're a creepy little goblin, yeah.
When you're a creepy goblin, you do what you gotta do.
You know what? He's trying to be better than he is. Okay. More than can
Again,
be said
I
for
have
some of
nothing.
us.
I have nothing against goblins, unless they try to kill me or they eat people.
Glory.
His
Yes.
actions are creepy,
Yes, one
not
sec.
his self.
Where is it? Never mind. As soon as the shield goes down, Glory's eyes lights up. She's, and then she's going to take a. She's going to first reignite this new shiny hammer with divine favor, and
It's
then
freshly coated in goblin paste of my own harvesting.
because you never wash it, I'm assuming.
Artisanal goblin paste.
Yes.
Ah.
Only the best for you, Glory.
I make sure the grip is dry before I do this, and then ignite it and just.
And are you using one of your crits?
Yes.
Okay. So you auto crit. Give me double damage. Or sorry, it's supposed to give you advantage, not crit. But whatever. So roll your damage. Okay. So when you hit it, you can tell it is much more hurt by that swing than perhaps it ought to have been. It seems to really, really not like what just went down there. Okay. Brenly, it is your turn.
Okay. I want to use my crit that I've been saving for like 2 or 3 sessions now.
Okay.
And fight this thing because it's scary. No.
Oh my goodness!
Not like
Well,
that.
no,
Crit, though,
you're
right?
using a crit, so
So now you just roll double damage.
yep. And
Nice.
you're using the Ether Touch Longsword, which can actually touch this thing.
I am.
Uh,
Thank goodness.
Yeah, it's almost like someone planned it.
Yeah.
The damn
Sorry.
sword.
I'm glad we remembered to grab that.
Who
Okay.
is going to carry the sword? Someone must carry the sword.
Yeah. How do you want this to go down? How do you want this to go down?
Should we just go in? I love it.
Right. It's crit. Okay. So I am still at this point using my shield. So I imagine that I just kind of like yell and I try to stab because I'm used to pasting. So now I want to like skewer.
Okay.
You were just good too.
As you do that, you stab it, and it explodes in a gigantic crash of energy. Its magical essence expanding massively outwards. And as it does so, you are all transported elsewhere.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
I had a cool one-liner. Damn it.
So let me go ahead and place the group of you. So there's Brick. Oh, no, not Brick. Brick's
Can
not here.
someone describe where we end up, please?
I will,
Scary.
in fact,
Thank you.
do the describey thing
fuck is
here
that?
in just a second. So Leech, Finn, Glory, Metzi,
This seems fine.
Brenly.
Everything is fine.
So you guys, you end up in a tightly packed group. Well, not that tight, actually. But you're all much closer to each other than you were. Like that. And at the center, so you are transported to... It is a room in which the floor, the ground, the walls are all made of blue-tinged magical energy. It is solid to the touch. It supports your weight. It does not give. It feels like walking on marble. And there is a large crack running through the middle of the lower third of the room. That is a crack in the magic itself. That you could potentially trip into if you were particularly uncautious. And at the center is a giant swirling whirlpool of physical magical energy. And at the center of that whirlpool is a huge shadow, like a huge being of shadow with large horns protruding from its head. Its eyes are white flame glowing. It's sort of giving off constant shadow. And it is about waist deep in the whirlpool. Its arms are stretched out by chains. And it has chains. Its back is covered in hooks that have been connected to metal pythons with eye-shaped metal enclosures, and the chains are in those. And the pythons have been screwed into its back. There are about 8 of them running down its back, and it is chained there. Its head is down, and when you guys are transported in front of it.
So, now you see me. Have you come to laugh? To poke at me? To hurt me again?
Who are you?
I don't even want to be here.
I am Selin Vale, last leader of Ayatar. We were the final holdout of the Free Lands.
Hold
That
out against
doesn't
who?
help.
Who did you hold out against?
What year is it?
Let's say
I
you.
tell him.
So, your memories are that short. You've forgotten the Third Empire.
Obviously.
And what has become of Chrysanthemum Castle?
Do we look like we know shit?
Ah! Your ignorance! It pains me.
Everything pains me.
I can help you with that.
I've had enough help to last me several lifetimes.
Let me free! I will destroy the empires!
We live in them. That doesn't sound smart.
Tekla Selador of the line of Selador. Soren, his progenitor, and Memphador and all of his line. They have kept me here. They have erased me. And I will come back.
Can I make a history check to see if any of this is making sense?
I was really wondering when someone was going to ask for that. Yes, you can.
I forget that's a thing.
No, you ain't heard shit about any of this. I mean, some of the names that he's mentioning sound familiar. And
Yeah, these names I got for sure.
but
Selador or whatever.
but his name does not sound familiar at all.
Soren.
And most of the things that he's mentioning don't either.
Can I make a deception check to see if he's bullshitting?
That would be an insight check, which you can make.
Insight. Hold on. Oh, my insight isn't. Yeah. Okay, no, I don't know.
Yeah, seems He seems to be possessed of his convictions.
Mm.
Throck, I will do that at the
Please. Damn it.
Oh, I can't see the jump.
May I also make an insight check?
end. Yeah, all of you can.
Oh,
And
well,
Shakes, we have to. Zed has to say, "Do you want to peanut in the voice?"
We're making Princess Bride references.
Yes,
Oh,
I see that.
Fucking one.
Moogs. Okay, so Glory, you feel pretty confident that this guy believes what he is saying. That he is not trying to deceive you.
I wouldn't feel right about setting this aberration free.
Why? Because it's got horns?
No, because it
Because
says
it
it wants to
wishes to
destroy
destroy the
him.
empire.
Please, you.
I'm sorry, but people in chains, I'm not really immediately siding with the people holding the chains.
No,
Same.
that makes sense. I also would have asked the same thing, but we asked what he would do, and he said he wants to destroy where we live.
Yeah.
Exactly. Not a fan.
You could try and dissuade him of it.
Go for it.
How long
Not.
have you been here?
Since before your remembrance.
Thanks.
Why
That's helpful.
empire?
Yeah.
We should be free. Chains are meant to be broken.
Now that I agree with.
He's making a little bit of sense.
Maybe not yours. She spits on the ground.
Sorry, have you ever been chained up? That was at Glory. Have you ever been chained up?
Doesn't answer.
I thought not.
If you will not free me, then leave this place. I will make my way out on my own. Leave and behold my influence on this land.
I'm going to actually use an ability. I have a thing called Primeval Awareness. I can expend a spell slot to focus my awareness on this region, and I can sense whether the following creatures are present within a mile of me. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elemental, fey, fiends, and undead. Doesn't give me the location or number of creatures, but I'm hoping that since I'm under the ground...
You are...
this-
Okay, so your sense is a little confused because where you are is not where you think you are.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
you absolutely can sense a gigantic blip of undead from the guy right in front of you.
Yeah.
However, he has dismissed you, and you are removed from here.
Oh.
Oh, well.
So as he finishes what he was saying before, he waves his hand. Well, he waves his hand. There we go. I'm in camera.
Wow, chained.
Yeah, he like does this while his arm is chained. And
Descriptive, please.
sorry. He
Like your wrist can't move, but you kind of roll your hand around anyway.
yeah.
Oh, the dismissive wave.
Yes.
Okay.
And as he does that, you are ported to... hang on. You're ported out into the swamp. And you are at the top of the swamp. And I need to place Brick and Finn there with you.
Thalion.
Well, and Finn. I do not have a token yet for Thalion. I will fix that for next
Oh,
game.
right.
The rock that you guys had gone down is gone, and there is actually now a hole that is leading, that looks very much like the swirling magical pool that you were just standing in front of, but is now in the swamp. But there is nothing else there aside from that swirling magical pool.
I drop a rock into it.
Can you type his name in chat for us, Ed?
Whose name?
That aberration, that undead creature, since he gave it to us. I couldn't really understand it.
His name is...
But it sounded really cool.
Zelen
Sure
Vale.
did.
Could you say that again?
You should
'Cause
report this to the good mayor as soon as possible.
His name is Zelen Vale.
Thank you.
What's
Nancy,
the
do
second
you
song?
have Discord open?
I can't open Discord. I've only got 2 screens, and if I close Roll20, I might not get it back because I
That
have
is-
very
Okay, so
limited data.
okay, I wasn't sure if that was one of the 2 you have open.
Okay.
I have the Discord on my phone, but I can't open anything because my phone might just give up.
So don't worry about it. So I'm gonna head you off a little bit. So
Yeah.
that is it. That is where we're going to lead off. So you guys, you fought your way through the mystery room. You made your way to the specter through the ghouls. You killed the specter, or at least dismissed it, and were transported to the holding chamber for Zelen Vale, who then dismissed you back to the swamp, where there is now a swirling whirlpool of magical energy that is identical to the whirlpool that Zelen Vale himself is currently held in. And also, oh yeah, when you guys look back towards where town is, there's a gigantic column of bright white light that is leading its way straight up into the heavens that looks like it is roughly exactly where the village is.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
And that is
Knew
game.
we should have fucking buried it.
You can do like the cat thing when they're in the litter and like try to move some swamp on top of the hole.
They'll put a sign there.
Oh,
Warning.
he is like 2 hairs away from just having a breakdown.
All right, so I want to thank everybody who tuned in today. Holy crap, there are a lot of people watching.
That was awesome.
And thank you so much for everyone who gave bits. There were a bunch of you. I want to make sure I name everyone, and it looks like Throck is helping with that a bit. Archer of the Eye, Shogun, Shanalogic, and Metzgirl. And thank you to everyone who helped us to get to 350 followers!
You can't see me, but I'm clapping.
We'll take your word for it.
So this was a pretty sweet game. Normally we end with ups and downs. So I would like to just briefly swing around the group and do that. So we'll go ahead. We'll start with Finn. Ups and downs from today's game, sir.
Ups, just I think figuring out how to dismiss the specter as a group was cool. Dealing with that between Metzi and I figuring out how to lower the cage, and then the 2 tanks up front pounding the snot out of it. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know that I have any downs.
Normally I won't allow it, but today I'll allow it because today was actually pretty friggin' sweet.
Yeah.
So that is cool, and thank you very much, sir. Next up, Brentley.
Good game.
Cubit. Ups and downs. How you feeling?
Okay. Yeah, no, my ups. I think it's so I'm obviously loving playing the game of D&D, but I really like, I guess, the community of like streaming it too. That's really neat, and all the support and everything that we get. That's my up. You guys are my up.
Shameless
you're just
pandering.
So cute.
Although actually, I will say, I was originally when Throck mentioned that people like stream D&D, like when he mentioned that idea to me, I was initially quite skeptical because D&D has always been like something that happens in like dark holes, as far as I'm aware, and so it's a little weird, sort of showing it off to people, but it's proven to be pretty great. And if it weren't for doing that, I wouldn't have had you guys, and we wouldn't be doing this. So I mean, it's awesome.
I guess it's good.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
All right, Throck, you're right.
Polygon actually put out an article today about the emergence and the rising popularity of actual play.
Yeah, I saw that. I
That was
haven't
really
gotten to read it yet. Metzi?
I'd say I'm going to follow Cubit and say the up is definitely the community feel. I mean, it's not just the people you're playing with, it's interacting with everyone who's involved, which is really great, not something I've ever really done before. So I really, really like that. And also, we've kind of we definitely haven't had easy combat encounters, but they very felt kind of like if we just get through it, it'll be all right. Just, just keep pounding. This felt a lot more dangerous, and I really like the challenge and having to actually think through the situation, not just kill the thing that's in front of me, then kill the thing that's next in front of me. The 3 magic circles and actually having to figure out how to dismiss the spectre rather than just kind of video gaming it. That was a real plus. I really like the challenge of that. My downs is my technical difficulties. Stupid.
I'm sorry about your internet.
I don't know where it's gone. It's just gone.
We did have a lot of technical issues today, but that's
and I'd say it's a really small down. It's more of a suggestion. While it's really, really cool, I'm not disputing the coolness. It was really, really effective and awesome. If we could if we're going to use voice modifiers, if we could put a transcript of what's being said in chat, because I don't have the best audio comprehension with distorted sounds.
I'll see what I can do to work on that.
I also had trouble understanding.
It
sounded cool and evil, but I didn't know what he was saying.
Okay, so okay, I'll talk about that in mind then. So next up is is that me now?
Yeah.
Oh, holy crap! No, Glory. It's Glory now.
What?
Oh, I thought okay, yeah.
Yeah, cool thing. Yes, again, especially today, I love the community feel and having like an audience. It feels like we're the stars of the show almost, and it's cool. It's like, oh hey,
yeah.
And then there's immediate feedback, and be like, hey, here, people like throwing coins up on stage. Do something cool.
Dance, monkey dance.
D&D busking.
You can't see, but I did jazz hands.
I did them for you.
Me too.
Thank you.
Negative. My hammer.
Your poor.
It was
poor
a negative,
hammer.
but it was also a positive. Like you mentioned with the combat challenges, they're not just smashy. If you do something stupid will happen in turn. We found that last time with breaking a fireball trap, and now it's like, I'm gonna poke this thing. Hammer explodes. Oh my god!
So we found it out already, but have we really learned it yet?
No.
No. Some of us are still arguing with things.
Yeah, and I'm glad you two solved that puzzle, because we were probably just gonna stand up there going like, what do you want to throw it at next?
Actually, I did want to go into the other blue circle and see if it did anything different. But
Well, I had a dagger, so I was gonna step back and be like,
just keep torturing it.
Hey, I was
Exactly.
this close to throwing a javelin before Wiley was like, why don't we think our way through? It's like, oh, okay.
Does anyone have a literal kitchen sink to throw? So for me, for ups and downs, ups were you guys making your way through what I think is probably the toughest combat challenge I've given you so far.
Mhm.
We're all
And
alive.
you are barely,
yeah,
but you
no
are.
unconscious or anything.
Yeah.
And then okay, we're gonna hit up Forge Breaker here in a little bit. All right, good. But I do want to also say, holy crap! Thank you, the people watching and interacting. I love the community
Thank you.
interaction element of this. It's a little bit Rocky Horror, and I like that quite a lot. The voice changer thing. So that was a new bit of tech that I had not used before. Probably
So cool.
I will, and thank you. I think it's sweet. But what I will do with it is I will I'll fiddle with it a bit to see if I can make the modulate it in such a way that it's not quite so distorted. I think the echo effect, though particularly sweet, compounded the difficulty in understanding. So I'll see if I can do something to make that thing more discernible. It is hard for me to provide you with a transcript because I'm not working from a script. It's all just what I'm thinking of at the time. So I will, but I'll see if I can make it just generally better and easier to understand.
I'll say I understood basically all of it until we got transported, and he started going all exposition-y. I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
Yeah, me
kind of
too.
heard that.
Yeah.
I got about half of the first stuff,
Okay.
but I have
The
I have
taunts,
difficulty.
though, outside of the portal, those were
Sweet. Okay, good.
Yeah,
Um,
those are real good.
So yeah. Now there has been a request, and I am one to follow up on requests, and Portia is behind me. Hello, Portia.
Hi, God.
So I will give Throck his due.
Oh yeah.
Anybody want to hit it?
So there you go, Throck, and you can clip that if you want.
No more rhymes. I mean it.
Anybody want a peanut?
And then finally, we're going to go ahead and we are going to raid our friends over at Forge Breaker. So if you guys want to stick around and spread the love, we like to go hit up other people when we are done with our shows. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that up right now, Forge Breaker. So once again, thank you very much, guys, and we will see you same D&D time, same D&D channel, Monday 6 to 9 o'clock.
Waving.
Welcome to the party.
Waving.
welcome
to the
the party, pal.
Waving.
You got to keep waving. You got to keep waving.
Still,
We haven't gone
I'm
yet.
still waving.
Wave, 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 wave.
Easy, but I'm
Thanks for the
waving.
minutes.
Oh my God, this timer is going down so slow. Wave, 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 wave.
Waving,
Right
waving.
faster. Right faster.
You can't tell, but I'm moaning you guys.
We appreciate it.
Nice.
All right, and we are out. Okay, so let me go ahead.